Of high school sports, the Kern High School District here in Kern County. Bakersfield proper in California is where we're at. My name is Vance Palm. What a pleasure to have you with us. Season 2 for the Kern High School District's live sports streaming effort as well as the fine arts. We are at Liberty High School. Liberty out of the northwest side of Bakersfield, and they are hosting from up in the Fresno area, Clovis West High School. So the Clovis West squad down here coming down to take on this Liberty Patriots powerhouse, the Clovis West Golden Eagles. In some of the polls and some of the collective information here in the Valley, have them at number 4. B Varsity Local Bakersfield, California has them at number 4. Liberty Patriots at number 3. So essentially you have the equivalent of a number 3 and number 4 going at it here in week 1 of 2017 high school football. I'm so pleased and privileged to announce my partner this season, no stranger to our local viewers here on radio and television and even our live streaming. But for those of you watching in from around the country or certainly from the Fresno area, what a pleasure to reintroduce to everyone here Rich Cornford, my longtime friend in the coaching world, and it's a pleasure to have him with us. Rich was an assistant coach at West High School under Dennis Manning. Dennis moved on to Ridgeview. Rich was given the head coaching job at West High School, and then Frontier gobbled him up and spent a lot of years here. We will cover all of that as we get going. But Rich, great to have you here. First of all, we were down on the field looking at these players, checking these guys out, and this is going to be quite the battle.
It will. Both teams look just so disciplined and well organized. I mean, that's number 3 and number 4.
As always, we like to soak up the national anthem experience. Here it is. Nice festive crowd here, Liberty High School, the first full week of school. Everybody's pretty much settled in now on campus, so it's nice to see a nice big crowd here. Once again, I'll bring in Rich Cornford. Rich, big news for Clovis West tonight, the Golden Eagles without their superstar quarterback.
Yeah, we had a chance to play him 2 years ago when he was just a baby, a sophomore, and he was incredible back then. So, you know, you lose a guy of that caliber that has a scholarship offer from Tennessee and Alabama, they've got to take a hit. But I know they got a good backup.
And that backup tonight is Dante Chachere. Chachere is how you pronounce his name. He has an older brother at San Jose State that's in the top 10 at his position in the country. His father was an arena football player, so Chachere tonight will come in week 1 on the road against a team from Bakersfield who, 2 years ago were the Valley champions. Last year they battled BHS in the quarters, so quite the challenge for a quarterback who obviously has it in his blood, but no easy task.
Oh, yeah, and Ryan Renz, the defensive coordinator over here at Liberty, is one of the best in town, if not the best in town, and, runs a disciplined group. They're going to have to fight for every yard because Liberty will not give you something easy.
We're at Liberty High School, the Patriots hosting the Golden Eagles of Clovis West. I'm Vance Palm, joined as always by the K-Dub crew, Kevin Willie on camera, Kyle Wiley, our director, producer. And how about this? We have a superstar with us, Todd Bentley. He is now pretty much handling all of our technical issues. So we are stoked to be with us. Here comes the Patriots. They'll be coming out of their inflatable helmet here in just a moment. They'll be kicking off, Rich, so they deferred, and they're going to get the ball in the second half.
Yeah, Clovis West is already lined up for their kickoff return, and Liberty hadn't come out of the tunnel yet.
Well, CIF clock still has 37 seconds on the scoreboard, so here come the Patriots. Let's listen to this crowd.
Ladies and gentlemen, entering the stadium, 2017 Liberty Patriots. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Patriots Stadium and to tonight's
PA announcer Rick Hutchins.
season opener.
Very familiar voice for any of the Liberty Patriots fans, family members, friends, faculty, and staff. And Liberty will kick off to a stout, strong-looking Golden Eagles squad. And, Rich, for all your years of coaching, you know, you've had pretty much a fair dose of any type of possible scenario take place. But is there anything like the first kickoff of the first game?
Oh, the butterflies are crazy, whether you're a player or a coach. You just never get used to it, especially that first one of the year, because right now you're undefeated, but somebody's going to leave here with a loss.
That's the voice of Rich Cornford, longtime Kern County coach. We're lucky to have him, and we will talk in depth as the evening goes along, as the seasoning goes along for the 2017 Kern High School District's effort here on KernHighNetwork.com. We have some really exciting things planned for you, and we're looking forward to a really great season. But this is week one, Liberty High School hosting Clovis West, and we are ready to go. The Patriots will kick off deep for
Set to send it away for
the Golden Eagles. Jaden Helms, number 2.
Everybody up for the kickoff.
It's up, and it's short. It's about a 9-iron, but it's going to bounce. What will it do? Taken at about the 26-yard line, 27-yard line.
Number 3, Tyke Woods.
Tyke Woods, number 3, gets about 2 or 3 yards, and boy, surprising little 9-iron from the kickoff.
Well, I think if your kicker can't put it in the end zone and they got 2 guys like that back deep, that's probably the smart move to do, because last thing you want to do is give a kickoff return for a touchdown to start your season.
Okay, here we go. We talked about it. Dante Chachere will be the quarterback. He split everybody out down here to the near side. 3 receivers on the left side. He's in the shotgun. And he stands at least 6'3", probably 6'4" in cleats. Very tall young man. Fires to the far side. Almost picked off. And look at that. Jordan Cobb reads that perfectly. And we heard our first out of Coach Cornford. That was almost a pick 6, Rich.
Almost first play. They're going to quick tempo, no huddle here.
Chachere's got 1 back behind him. We'll see if he stays there. No, he sends him in motion. And they're going to flick it to him over here on the near side. And that is Wright. Wright drops it. Oh, the officials are going to say it's a dead ball. But that's Rodney Wright. Talk about some blue blood football.
Yeah, that name goes back in time here from his South High and Bakersfield High days. Kind of a legend around here.
Boy, he probably heard some footsteps, huh?
Yeah, a little nervous that first game, and here they go again. Empty set, no huddle.
3rd and 10. Just like that, it's 3rd and 10 for the Golden Eagles. Chachere takes the snap, looks dead down the middle, flips one over the middle. Will it be a first down? It will be. Oh, the yards after the catch there. Important for Wright. Made his catch and could have been stopped for a 4th down, but he got through.
Yeah, they're going really fast here. It's going to be hard for Liberty to keep pace, and Liberty's just rushing 3 guys, dropping 8 into coverage.
1st and 10, just underway. Ball at the 39-yard line. Dante Chachere looks over here, flicks one out. That's going to be incomplete. Doesn't seem to have the gusto on some of his throws just yet.
Yeah, he's short-arming him a little bit. He had a guy open there for a little hitch. Liberty's able to rotate some guys in.
That incomplete pass gave him a little bit of time, but you see some of those big fellas hustling off. Here's a 2nd and 10. In motion is Wright. Chachere hands the ball off to him. Oh, a big hit by the left side of that Liberty Patriot defense. Wow. A big hit. I think that may have been Jake Hernandez that got in there and laid the helmet on there first. So now all of a sudden it's 3rd and 9. They stay in this hustle offense. Wright looking back at Chachere. Quick little discussion before he gets to the line of scrimmage. Low snap on a 3rd and 9. Chachere flushed out of the pocket. Now we'll get to see if he can do something with his legs. Great job by the Liberty defense. They keep him out of bounds at the 45.
Looks like the punt team's coming on here. Boy, these up-tempo teams, typically they get 1 first down. They really start rolling, so that was a good stop by Liberty to force the fourth down here.
So we've obviously are now been privy to that hurry-up offense we're going to see tonight. Officials and Coach Nixon runs over to the sideline official and calls a timeout. First thing Coach Cornford's going to do is obviously.
Yeah, they had 12 guys on the field. That would have given them a first down. So smart timeout by Nixon there. And that happens a lot, especially with your special teams this first game of the season where, somebody forgets that they're on a team or thinks that they're on a team that they're not.
Well, your good friend, Coach Nixon, right now obviously burning a timeout at the 11:03 mark, but it was a great one. You had to call it.
Yeah, you got to call that. You don't want to give this team a first down. You want to get the ball and put it in Isaiah Hill's hands here.
So early lessons that they'll go over in the locker room at halftime. Here we go deep for the Patriots is Cobb, expecting a big boot, and he got it. He's got a chance, and he hauls it in at the 12. Look out, though. Look out. He did not get out of trouble, and he catches it at the 12, goes down at the 2, so a quick 10-yard loss after he hauls it in, and it's going to be first and forever for the first offensive series this season for the Patriots.
Well, that was a great punt with good hang time, and they had 4 guys down there spreading a net essentially to get the punt returner. He really had no chance.
Nice special teams effort there by the Golden Eagles. Once again, welcome everybody. Liberty's about to take over their first series of the season. I'm Vance Palm, joined by Rich Cordford.
The thing to watch here is Clovis West has those 2 brothers at inside linebacker with scholarship offers each. We played against them when they were sophomores, and they were monsters back then. So I'm anxious to see how they've developed.
And we're talking about the Schramm brothers. DJ's number 27. First play from the line of scrimmage, a handoff to the left side, and it's handled by Anthony Villanueva. So Villanueva, 5'11", 200-pound running back, is a junior.
Yeah, you'll take a 6-yard pickup every day of the week right there coming out of your own end zone. So big play, positive play for Liberty.
DJ Schramm's brother is Dusty Schramm, 29. So for those of you local here in Kern County, you're looking at numbers 27 and 29. These 2 brother linebackers standing right next to each other on the 15-yard line. 3 backs behind Hill. Takes the snap. Look at this. What a beautiful run. That's Sammy Stewart Jr. And, Coach, it's kind of hard to wrap your head around the fact that Isaiah's a junior, Sam is a junior. They've got some talent there.
Yeah, look out. The big offensive lineman that's the great shot put kid is just a junior too, I believe. So they've got some serious talent for the next couple years. That power eye is a staple of Brian Nixon in short yardage situations. He used it there coming out of negative territory to give him a key first down.
Under 10 to go in this first quarter. Hill now in the shotgun, 3 receivers out to his right. He decides to keep it himself, nothing doing, loses 2 yards, so they picked up that pretty quickly, didn't get much out of that.
Yeah, a little zone read action there, and Hill decided to keep it. But Clovis West got some good defenders up front. This is going to be a war.
Boy, it's got to be such a challenge for a defensive coordinator with a quarterback like Isaiah that can do so much. We know he plays basketball as well. He's got great vision, great balance. So, but what a challenge, huh?
Great challenge, but a defense that's disciplined like this Clovis West defense. You have to be that in order to stop him.
2nd and 10, 3 receivers down to the right side of the line of scrimmage. Down here at the bottom of your screen, Isaiah takes it, looks, throws, caught inside, nothing doing. Oh, Isaiah, take that back. Got about a nice 6-yard gain out of that. Got out of 1 tackle.
Well, that was a great read by Hill. Clovis West brought a blitz, and he dumped it. Now they're going up tempo. Up tempo,
3rd and 4, no huddle. A short 4. The ball's at about the 29-yard line. Isaiah takes it himself. Oh, what a great read. Just got up there and said, I have it, and he gets the first down.
Wow, a quarterback sneak on 4th and 4. That's a gutsy call, but it worked. Nixon's obviously scouted them out very well with the up-tempo there. They got the defense they wanted.
Works his way to the 34-yard line. First down at 10, Liberty.
8.5 to go, first quarter. We're at Liberty High School. They're hosting the Golden Eagles of Clovis West. You're watching KernHighNetwork.com, live streaming sports all year long. in motion. Hunter Riley right in front of it. Isaiah decides to keep it again. Isaiah cuts back up against the grain.
Oh.
Helmet pops off. Look out.
Boy, that's scary.
Wow. He's got to come off.
Hill with the keeper.
So he'll come out, and Winston Jounty runs in, but he won't be quarterbacking. It's going to be Dakota Ochoa that comes in, a junior.
Gain of
Yeah, we were wondering early how many hits Isaiah would take here. He's run the ball a couple times now.
You mentioned that in pregame, and his helmet popped off. Coach Nixon and the basketball coaching staff all said, what? We have movement, I believe, on the Liberty line, and wouldn't you know it, they had to.
This might get Hill back in the game, though.
Can you do it on a fly, Coach?
I would. Pretty sure that you can. I don't see him going back in, though.
We'll move the ball back.
I don't even see him with his helmet on.
Yeah, he's interesting. Hope he's okay.
So Isaiah Hill standing around the coaching staff with his helmet off, and Dakota Ochoa went in, and they had some miscommunication on the line, so they lost 5. So a little bit of stagnant moment here for the Patriots after that gutsy quarterback sneak to get a first down. Here we go. 7:42 remains in the first quarter. For one play at least, it's Dakota Ochoa, maybe more. Takes the snap. They're going to put it in the air. He launches one down the sideline. How do you like this, everybody?
What a great ball. He put it only where the receiver could catch it. That was Krause over there. That's a confidence builder. Sorry.
How does that go, Rich? You bring your guy in and say, okay, let's toss it down the sideline, and it was a beauty.
Hey, Nixon's got some serious guts. He's got some confidence in his backup quarterback. That says a ton.
Wow, a gutsy quarterback sneak for a first down. Then he puts his backup quarterback in for a nice 32-yard jaunt down the sidelines. 1st and 10, Liberty. Hill back in the shotgun. Hard count, nobody jumps. First man through gets it. Oh, what a big, strong power run by Winston Jounty.
That offensive line is doing good work up there running that zone blocking scheme, and Jounty did a good job of attacking the inside gaps.
A big, big gain. Here come the Patriots. Ball on the 34-yard line now of Clovis West.
Another 2nd and short here. These are great situations to be in if you're Liberty. You can call anything in your book. You can take shots. Interesting to see what Nixon does here.
Under 7 to go in this first quarter. Hill, strong right side again. He's in the shotgun. Isaiah's going to keep it again. Cuts back once, twice, gets to the 25-yard line.
Sammy Stewart.
Well, we've seen him run the ball 4 times here, right up the middle, so they're going to set him free, and he is a dangerous, dangerous weapon.
Helmet fell off again,
oh, boy.
Rich.
You need to make sure the trainers fit that thing correctly. That's
exactly. Boy, it's going to be fun having you up here this year. You're exactly what Coach Nixon's looking for. He's looking for his athletic equipment guys saying, "Are you kidding me?" Now he's telling the officials, "Hey, look, they ripped it off my quarterback's head." Either way, all Dakota's done is be 1 for 1. Flag on this play.
You know, that's the 2nd time they've had problems with the snap, though. It looks like they were offsides again on it.
Cadence is different. The voicing's different. You know, a little bit of a different audible. Not audible in the sense of changing the play, but the audio is a little different. Here comes Isaiah back in there.
Yeah, that voice inflection, I guess, and like you said, just the timing off a little bit, and they've done it twice now on 3 snaps.
6:18 left in this first quarter. Pleasure to have everybody with us here on KernHighNetwork.com. I'm Vance Palm with Rich Cornford. 1st and 15. Nobody back there with Hill now. All by himself. Ball's at the 30-yard line. Drops back. Flushed out of the pocket. Has a ton of room. Makes one cutback. And now he just gets out of bounds. A 10-yard gain.
Well, Clovis West, they only brought 3. Both defense looked very similar, and both ends lost contain. He chose to go to the left on that, but he could have gone to the right too. So against a dangerous quarterback like this, I'm surprised they're not doing a better job of containing.
Rich, for a millisecond, I thought it was a screenplay for just a quick, brief second, but then I realized, no, the ends got through. And now it's a 2nd and 5, so that was a 10-yard gain. Stewart stands behind Hill, who's behind center right now. Up on the line of scrimmage, they're mixing it up. They give it to Stewart. Stewart, 1 big cut, 2 big cuts. Hey, touchdown, Patriots.
Great run, but Nixon set that up by going from basically an empty set to a 2 tight end set, back-to-back plays. Clovis West wasn't ready for it. They attacked it. Great game planning.
They put Isaiah right behind center, gave him an extra second to hand that ball off. So Liberty really answers the bell on their first possession. A couple of, insignificant little offsides calls. They rebounded from that. A gutsy quarterback sneak to keep the drive going, and then a second guy comes in on quarterback position and lands one in and knocks one in. So 5:49 remains in this first quarter. Liberty up 7-0. Well, that's got to feel good for a football team, first series out.
96, 97-yard drive right there. You can't ask for better than that. And the way that they took it to him physically, we said that it was going to be a physical game, and boy howdy, that was a display of it right there.
That is the voice of Rich Cornford. He'll be with me this season, and I believe Kyle Wiley's going to pepper him around the county on different games with different guys. Every time I have him, I'm going to feel fortunate to have Rich Cornford, one of my favorite guys. I've interviewed him many times. I've caught him in between at halftime when he's coming out of locker rooms, and he gave me that obligatory fake smile. Oh, hey, hi, Vance.
You've been there through the good times and the bad.
A lot of good times, and we're very fortunate to have Coach Cornford with us tonight. How's it feel to not be down there?
It's a different feeling, but it's still the excitement of high school football. The Friday night lights, and it's the greatest thing in America, I think.
Well, for right now, the Liberty Patriots feeling pretty great. A nice, strong, physical drive, the length of the football field, and it finished with an emphatic 20-yard run from Sam Stewart Jr., and that was no tiptoe into the end zone. He knocked some guys over, too. So the Patriots will kick off for the second time here in the first quarter. They lead 7-0.
Clovis West moved their returners way up. See if he's going to get it.
And it's going to be the dangerous Rodney Wright. Gets it at about the 27-yard line. So not a big foot for the Patriots at this time just yet.
Yeah, those guys were nearly at the 20-yard line. So see if they take a shot and try to kick it over their heads. But it's dangerous when you got a kid like with the name of Rodney Wright back there.
Okay, here come the Golden Eagles. I think if you're a Golden Eagle parent or family member or fan or part of the city, you're going to say, hey, we don't have our starting guy. We don't have our guy. Hey, well, that's how it goes. Now you have Cheshire in there. He stands, looks to his left, throws to his right across the middle. Whoa, what a dart. A 12-yard first down pass instantly.
Well, that's got to be encouraging. A good first down throw there. Give him some confidence.
So Ricardo Arias is number 7, and it's one of those things where we have our first game corrections on our rosters. That happens all the time week 1, and we'll try to keep you informed. Cheshire with Wright, hands it to him, up to the middle. Patriots force him back to the inside, but that's 5 yards.
Yeah, 5 good yards. You'll take that on first down. Liberty blitzed the linebacker from that side into it, but they were able to cut inside it and pick up good yardage.
Coach, when you were going against a Coach Nixon team, what were some of the prevailing things in your mental real estate?
Well, knowing that they were going to be real physical, knowing that their quarterback was going to be really smart. There's nobody in town better at coaching quarterbacks than Brian Nixon if you look at his resume of the guys that he's had. So be ready.
2nd and 4 for the Golden Eagles. Cheshire drops back, wants to go deep into the far corner, has a man. Oh, just throws it to his outside shoulder smartly, went out of bounds. Nobody had a chance to get it. Some nice D down there.
Well, Cheshire's got time to throw. Liberty continues to just rush 3. He's got time in the pocket and 5 receivers out, so we'll see. It's the big 3rd and 5 here.
Hurry up offense. Cobb was playing some nice D back there. Now he has to hustle up and get back to the line of scrimmage, and we see a timeout called by the Clovis West Golden Eagles. Once again, everybody, pleasure to have you with us here on KernHighNetwork.com. Want to let you know how you follow us. Of course, you're watching already on KernHighNetwork.com. Hey, if you want to tweet at us, do it at KHSD Athletics. How about Facebook, Kern High Network? How about YouTube, Kern High Network? Also want to take this opportunity to thank the individuals that really stood behind us from day one when we had this burgeoning idea to get out here in the community. Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, the U.S. Army, Pab Solar and Communications, Premier Lighting, Tony's Pizza. We'll have our Tony's Pizza player of the game. More on that in a moment. And Raymond's Trophies. Thank you so much for everything that you did to stand behind us and get us going and support us. Now on a 3rd and 4, 4:53 remaining here in this first quarter.
This could be 4-down territory.
Chachere stands at the 48, looks, slant inside, and is caught. He kicks it back out to the outside. Oh, what a great job. Good hustle out there by Brock Anderson.
Great pursuit by Liberty, but I think Clovis West should have stuck his nose in there and got that first down. They're 2 yards short. That was Gable Solario.
So Gabe Solario had an opportunity to get that first, and I'm sure on film the coach was going to say, Gabe, dive, and you've got it. You're right, coach, 4th and 2, 4-down territory. Do they go hard count? No, they just go ahead and snap it. And it is caught for a first down. Boy, they made that look real easy.
All hitches when you got 5 guys out. Hayden Leach open there in the flat. Good job of the quarterback getting the ball in and out of his hands.
Quick, huh? So 1st and 10 for the Golden Eagles. Now they have the ball at the 34-yard line. 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go in this first quarter. Dante Chachere looks a little bit more settled in this second series. They go again out to Leach. Takes a hard hit. Gets knocked out of bounds at the 30-yard line, but ooh, what a big hit by Hunter Riley. Hunter can bring it.
Liberty continues to rotate their defensive linemen. I know they got several guys going both ways, so it's a good move to keep rotating them early, keep them fresh against this no-huddle offense.
The ball's right here next to us on the near hash at the 30-yard line, 2nd and 7. Everybody out to the far side, though. Chachere drops back, fires one. Oh, and it's dropped. And it is dropped by Arias.
Yeah, they're flooding the zones over there. They're sending guys deep and having guys curl up at about 10 yards. He was wide open and dropped it.
Boy, that was a first down had he made the catch. Now all of a sudden, it looks like Chachere wants to have Ellison up or out, so he has him go out, and Rodney Wright comes back in. 3rd and 7. It's a big play right here.
Again, probably 4-down territory, and I think we got a timeout.
A referee timeout. An official's timeout. Boy, that sure helps Clovis West. They were not sure exactly what was going on. There was a little bit of indecision there, and the officials called timeout, and Leach had to go out. Solario comes back in, but looked like they were running out of time.
Maybe an equipment issue or maybe some blood on the jersey or something. I don't know.
Here we go. Right in motion.
Oh.
Has his man. Oh, and it's dropped. It was intended out there for Arias, so there's 2 drops in a row for Arias.
That was a great hit by the safety, timing it just perfectly and legally, keeping his helmet out of the zone there. And that was Hunter Riley. Great timing on that. Huge play. 4th and 7.
That'll make it 4th down and 7.
Rich, you want to call out formations? You do it all night long, buddy.
Well, they're in doubles on both sides with the receiver stacked. So somebody's going to go in, somebody go out. They just motion the back out of the backfield to empty.
Chachere drops back. Nice protection. Flushed out of the pocket, but that's not going to do it. Makes the catch, but he's hit and knocked down for a loss. So the Patriots dodged a couple of bullets on some dropped passes for first down, but when it counted, they came up with the stop. 1st and 10, Liberty.
Classic Ryan Wren's defense right there, right? Dropping into zones. Everybody's doing their job and assignment, rallying to the football, making you earn it. A couple mistakes by Clovis West. They didn't earn it.
Boy, nice matchups in that offensive line for both sides. Right in the trenches, it looks like a really good matchup tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting all night long.
Here we go. 3:41 to go here in this first quarter. 1st and 10. Quick little pass over to Cobb. Can't make anything out of it. Bobbled it for just a second, so that'll bring up 2nd and 10 or 11. They might have lost a yard. 3.5 to go.
Just trying to take advantage of the numbers there. And the pass, I think, thrown slightly behind him, wasn't allowing him to use his momentum.
15, our team at Plain.
Looks like Liberty's content to slow it down when they're on offense here. Give their guys going both ways a little bit of a breather.
Exactly. Great observation. Why hustle up and get you beat in this 100-degree heat? Three out to the left. 1 back, and now Stewart goes in motion just for a second. Hill by himself, drops back, has a ton of time. I mean, a ton of time. Rolls to his right, flag thrown. Stewart with the catch. He cuts back. They try to strip him, but there's a flag by the white hat way in the back, and they're going to say holding.
Yeah, that's a shame, but he sure had a lot of time back there, and then he broke the contain. If that continues, it's going to be a long night for Clovis West because this kid is dangerous.
Oh, goodness. When he rolls out here, it's a whole new ball game. He just steps into anything he wants to do. We're speaking about Isaiah Hill, by the way. That's a hold by the Patriots.
This is where Liberty doesn't want to be, and, the behind-the-chain situation. They're going to have a 2nd and 21 here. This is where turnovers occur, so be interesting to see what Nixon calls. Does he throw or does he run here? He's pretty unpredictable.
Penalty will move the ball back.
Ball goes back to the 15-yard line.
It'll be 2nd down and 21.
You can hear the public address announcer, Rick, doing the job for me. 2nd and 21.
These are situations he's called screens in the past. They're in a run formation here.
They stay on the ground to the near side.
Oh,
Fumble!
No.
Winston Chauncey. Fumble on the play.
Boy, Rich, you called it. You just nailed it. They keep the ball. Liberty keeps the football, but this is turnover territory, and just like that, Liberty coughs it up but keeps it, fortunately.
I think that ball must have rolled out of bounds over there on their sideline. Winston Johnny looked like he had a high and tight, but Clovis West was going after the football.
Got a timeout here, so we'll take this opportunity before we get too far down the line into the game. We want to let everybody know that this could not have happened. This whole venture that we have really started to embark deeply on with the KernHighNetwork.com without these individuals. From the Kern High School District, the superintendent, Dr. Brian Schaefer, the assistant superintendent of instruction, Dr. Brenda Lewis, the assistant superintendent of educational services and innovative programs, Dr. Dean McGee, and the director of school support services, Stan Green. Thank you to the leaders in charge that make this happen for us. This is so much fun. We started our Kern High Network live streaming last year. With none other assistance than my man to my right, Rich Cornford. Our first game ever was at your school.
It was a privilege. We were playing Cabrillo, which was my rival in high school.
Right.
And my son ended up getting the MVP. So
your boy got our first Tony's Pizza Award in history, the first Tony's Pizza ever.
He enjoyed that pizza.
3rd and 8. Hill takes his time, drops back, fires one across the middle. Ball deflected, dropped, floated dangerously into the middle of the football field. So a stalled drive by the Patriots, and really nothing really went right on that drive. We had a nice play to Sam Stewart, but there was a holding call. Then we had a fumble here, so just not the best drive, and they've got a punt.
Yeah, that holding penalty really set him back.
4th and 8. Jaden Helms stands at his own 40. Perfect deep snap. He's going to let it bounce. He's got an opportunity now, but let's see if he can get away from some Patriots. He does. Oh, what a nice effort. Flags, and I think there's going to be a penalty called on DJ Schramm. I think Schramm's going to get called for unnecessary roughness. He came in late and really went after one of the Liberty punt team.
That's a really big point that the officials are trying to make. These hits away from the football that don't have anything to really do with the game, they're going to flag that every time. Gutsy punt return there, letting the ball hit and then fielding it with a couple guys behind him, and he split him. So,
Coach, they waved the flag, so now Coach Nixon wants, of course, to say, hey, wait a minute. You made the call, but now they wave it off. Coach Nixon not happy about it. It was right in front of the Liberty sidelines and coaching staff, so they got a good look at it. So when the flag flew, they were like, wow, they actually called it, but they waved it off. 1st and 10.
Officials communicated with each other.
Man, they're inside Liberty territory on the first play of this drive, 49-yard line. Chachere in the shotgun, takes the snap. They stay on the ground. This time it's to Jeremiah Ellison, one of the players that the assistant coach for the Golden Eagles was spending some time with us up here and said they'll hand him off the ball too.
That's only, I think, their second run play of the game so far, and this is their third drive. So a little difference there. 5'5", 185, but
Ellison low to the ground. He got 3 yards out of it. They throw it out to the far side, and looks like it's going to be a successful play. It is a nice pitch and catch out there to Nick Coleman.
Getting the ball to your athletes out in space. Little play fake there. Held the linebackers. Gave them some extra space.
I hear some whistles after the play, well after the play.
Ball is on the 34-yard line of the Patriots.
So they're going to be backing up Clovis West for unsportsmanlike conduct. That is a huge penalty. Would have given a first down inside the 40-yard line of Liberty. So
now you have Coach Nixon, who a flag was thrown 3 plays ago in front of him that would have really pushed back the Golden Eagles. They wave it off, and then discipline, a little bit of an issue there. You know, tempers running high here early on, and it's going to be a tight game. Wow. So now it brings it back to what looks like 2nd and 11. Officials.
Back to first down now.
Correction, it is first down.
Should be first down, and it is. Okay.
And they gave it 1st and 10. Interesting. I think he had picked up the first down, and then the foul was called. So that's why they backed it up and then put it back at 1st and 10.
Gave him the first, but it's back at midfield. Okay. Cheshire, nobody back there with him. He's all by himself. Patriots only rushing 3, so 3 on 5. He's got the time, and he delivers. And it is caught out there by Arias.
He had a little trouble early on with his accuracy, but he seems to be dead on right now.
He's starting to settle in now. Patriots only 3 up front, so he had some time.
Being a 14 and a first down for the Golden Eagles.
7-0 is the score. 1:27 left here in this first quarter. Cheshire drops back. Stands at his own 40, floats one out there, and it is caught, but is he in bounds?
No signal yet. And I think it was incomplete.
Number 1, Rodney Wright, is thrown out of
Liberty is not generating much of a pass rush. He doesn't, Cheshire seems not to be much of a runner. That's probably fortunate for them.
Yeah, you're right. Again, 3 up front for the Patriots. 2nd and 10, 1:21 left in this first quarter. Wright comes up on the left side of Cheshire. They hand him the ball. Wright looking for something. Gets it. Goodness, great. Rodney Wright.
First time we've seen the outside zone by him, and they're going to come back to that.
A patient runner. You know, he just took his time, and when he saw it, he saw that opening, and he took it. So with 1:15 to go in the first quarter, 1st and 10, Golden Eagles starting to get into the neighborhood here at the 19-yard line. Right down to the bottom of your screen. Cheshire throws to the end zone, into the corner, overthrows his intended receiver, Jaden Helms. Incomplete.
Boy, Liberty showed good discipline on that because they stacked the 2 guys and had a dangerous right out there, and they all went one way and the other, and Liberty had them all covered.
1:10 remains in this first quarter, 2nd and 10. Gabe Solario, number 4, the bottom of your screen there by the 20-yard line. He's looking, he can't get the call. They can't get the call, and so with 1:10 remaining in this first quarter, another timeout called by Clovis West. They burned all their timeouts here with 1:10 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, you know, when you're in the red zone, you got to burn it if you don't have the right play called. It's too valuable, these downs. You can't waste one with miscommunication.
That's the voice of Rich Cornford. We are so lucky to have him with us tonight.
KernHighNetwork.com. Tonight's game being called by Vance Palm and Rich Cornford.
Wow. Now it's getting big. Now the autograph seekers will be rolling up here later tonight. Rich, what are you doing these days?
I'm coaching freshman football at Ridgeview. Loving it. Having a great time teaching history over there as well.
History teacher at Ridgeview, head coach of the Ridgeview Frost Soft Squad. How you looking?
Good. We had a big win yesterday, so nice to get the season started. We got to play everybody, so
good.
Real good group of freshman kids.
More on that a little bit later on. I've got a lot to talk about with my partner tonight. 2nd and 10, Wright standing behind Cheshire. Wright goes in motion, looks back. Cheshire decides to go right across the middle. Could be a touchdown, and it is.
Nick Coleman over there running the slant across the middle, found an empty space in the zone, and Cheshire nailed it to him.
That's a different Cheshire than the first 2 or 3 minutes of the football game.
The receivers are catching the ball now too, which makes a big difference. Everybody's settled down. You know, those first game jitters you talked about early on, I think Clovis West had them a little bit. But they've certainly settled down now and operated pretty well there.
Here comes the PAT.
Section number 26, Eli Riofrio.
The left foot of Eli Riofrio. This is up, and it's good. We're tied at 7 apiece. 1:05 left to go here in this first quarter. Again, I'm Vance Palmer with Rich Cornford. Todd Bentley on the controls. Our director, producer, Kyle Wiley from the Kern High School District, and Kevin Willie manning the cameras this evening. Our other game tonight, North Independence 0-0. Mark Heffernan and Rick Van Horn calling that game. And we have 2 games going on this season, and we'll talk about that a little bit. I'll try to wrangle Kyle on the air for a few minutes tonight. We'll talk about some of our plans for the season. We have some other high school games going on tonight. We'll talk about that at halftime. But once again, you're watching KernHighNetwork.com. Great to have you with us. Again, want to thank Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, the U.S. Army, PAV Solar and Communication, Premier Lighting, Tony's Pizza, and Raymond's Trophies. Thank you so much for jumping on board. When we asked you the first time, the first day, the first question we ever asked, and you said, yes, we will have our Tony's Pizza Player of the Game. 1 year ago in our first game, Rich's son, we had a great game. We gave him the Tony's Pizza Player of the Game.
He did. It was against my old rival, so it was extra sweet.
I remember announcing that, and I remember how much the Frontier Titan teammates just loved it. They just went off, you know, and I took it to mean that they loved him, not because he was their coach's son, but they just loved your son.
Well, he was a good kid that had worked really hard, hadn't played as a junior, came back as a senior, and that was a great way to start his senior year.
We're tied up at 7. Nice little football game taking place here at Liberty. Ooh, the power boot, and that is through the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10.
Bit of a low kick there. He was fortunate that got in. Those are the best kind of return.
So the Patriots will get huddled up. Coach Nixon had a great first drive, a 97-yard drive that ended with an exclamation point run by Sam Stewart, and we saw it all, running, passing, really great drive. And then the second drive was Dr. Jekyll, I guess.
When your strength is your offensive line, but then you get a 2nd and 20 like they got, you can have a great line, but it's tough to pick that up.
They come from a sideline break with Isaiah Hill in the shotgun, Stewart on his left hip, 3 receivers on the right side. A zone read. Hill keeps it. Oh, look out.
Isaiah Hill with the keeper. Advances.
Oh, it took a big hit right at the end of that play by Jaden Helms.
He's taken a couple hits, but he was one missed tackle away from taking that one the distance.
Yeah, he was.
Number 2, Jaden Helms.
Under a minute to go here. 35 seconds to be exact. 2 backs back there with Hill now. 2nd and 1 officially. Boy, really takes his time. Handoff inside given to Jounty, but he's met quickly. No gain at all, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 1. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. It's a 7-7 football game here at Liberty High School. You're watching all of this on KernHighNetworks.com. Back right after this with the second quarter at Liberty High School.
Everything okay?
That'll end the first quarter of action in the season opener for Clovis West and Liberty. Deadlock at 7. .
Welcome back, everybody. We're at Liberty High School. Start out the second quarter on a 3rd and 1.
Power I formation.
They give it to the first man through, and it's Villanueva who takes the lunchbox and says, let's go, guys. But during the break, you're saying, Vance, I expect the power I. It's exactly what they came out on, gave it to the first guy through.
Well, Nixon's been doing that since his Centennial days, probably since his Shafter and Fraser Mountain days. So you expect it, but it's still hard to stop.
So 1st and 10, they have some life now.
First down and 10 on the 3rd.
And power I again on first down.
This time they do give it to that last back, and it is none other than Sam Stewart Jr. Up to the 47-yard line. That is a big, big run.
This is Liberty's ball game to pound the ball on first down, picking up chunk runs here. We'll see how Clovis West responds.
Anthony Villanueva, I thought he was going to come off the field. Oh, he is. Looked like he was going to go back on for just 1 second.
They're staying in the power I. They're going to keep pounding at it, say, we're tougher than you are.
Yep. 3 down linemen on defense up front. Big guys, but they're going to go against 5 of the Patriots. Hard count, and Isaiah, I think, got his first one of the season. And a quick jump out there by R.T. McLean.
As a coach and a play caller, you got to love 1st and 5.
Yeah.
Again, that's a great situation to be in for this style of offense. It opens up everything. When you got a dangerous quarterback like Isaiah Hill that can run it and throw it, and a big offensive line, we'll see what Nixon calls here. It'll be real interesting.
Inside Golden Eagles territory at the 47-yard line.
They stay in the power I. They're coming right at him again. At least that's what they're saying by their formation. 2 deep safeties on the defense.
Hill fakes the high pitch. They stay inside with it. Flag flies right in the middle of everything.
Winston Chumty, the rusher.
So we'll see what this call is.
Dusty Schramm.
It may be against the Golden Eagles. It is. Like a face mask or something. Exactly what it is. So one of the Golden Eagles grabbed a Patriots face mask. So, hey, moved 10 yards with really 20 yards so far, and 2 plays in a row.
Yeah, you'll take that there. And again, they're just playing tough man football. They're going toe-to-toe with them. They're telling them we're coming right at you with that power I set, and they're running between the tackles. See if Clovis West will think that they have to get out of their too high look and drop one of those safeties into the box.
We're in the second quarter now, 7-7. Patriots scored on their first drive, stalled on the second. Golden Eagles stalled on the first, scored on their second drive. Nice football game here. Hill in the shotgun. Wants to keep it himself to the left side. Hill to the 20. Gets out of bounds at about the 20-yard line.
Very smart move by Hill to get out of bounds there. Don't take that extra hit for 6 more inches. Not when you're as valuable as he is.
And he ran right out of bounds. It ran out of bounds right next to his coach. So had a quick chance to have a little chat.
That's a first down for the Patriots.
So they've gone with that style play several times where he'll fake it and then he goes right up the middle himself, and it's starting to be productive. Same formation as last time.
Seth Krause way out in the far right top of your screen, but they give it to Stewart. And Sammy gets to about the 17-yard line.
Dropped by number 75.
Well, I'm very impressed with this Liberty offensive line because I know when the other team has 2 Division I linebackers over there, you got your work cut out, but they're consistently getting yards. They only got 2 that time, but that's still not a bad play.
Clovis West will definitely be in the mix this year. They'll get their star quarterback that's going to Tennessee back on the 5th week. 3 more games after this, then he'll get back in the mix. So I'm sure we'll hear more of the Golden Eagles as the season progresses. A lot of football still to play tonight. Under 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter. 2nd and 8. Hill keeps it to the right side. Lowers the helmet and decides just to go one-on-one with Chad Day, number 23. Chad Day thought he had it contained, and Isaiah said, let's go.
They're facing a 3rd and 7 here, with a kicker that doesn't appear to have a super strong leg. So it'll be an interesting call here. If you don't have confidence in your kicker, this is 4 down territory. If you do, then you take a shot for the first down on this play.
9:14 and counting left in the half. As Rich just said, 3rd and 7. Stewart stands on Isaiah's left hip. Sorry, his right hip. 3 receivers to the far side on the right side. He looks to the short side of the field. Screen play to Stewart. Oh, it's a beautifully designed play. Stewart does the rest of the work. Look at this. Touchdown, Liberty. You heard Rich say it. Wow.
The strength there to break those 2 tackles. Great call by Nixon. Running the screen on 3rd and 7. Lyman got out up front, but he made 2 people miss there by breaking tackles. Heck of a run.
Second touchdown by Sam Stewart Jr. And as we are late in the first half, this may be the 14th point they're looking for, and it is up and it is good. So 14-0. We'll step away for just a second. We'll be right back here on KernHighNetwork.com.
In the second quarter, Liberty 14, Clovis West 7. Set to send it away to number 3, Tyke Wood. And number 2, Jaden Hill.
Welcome back, everybody. Vance Palm, Rich Cornford here for the KernHighNetwork.com live streaming high school sports. Liberty High School is where we're at tonight. We're hosting our friends from up north in Clovis West. 3rd kickoff of the game. This one's taken at the 20-yard line. And a nice job by the Liberty Patriots defense. Brock Anderson.
That was a great hawk tackle, as the Seahawks teach it, keeping your head out of the contact area there. Great job wrapping up and rolling. That last drive was a great drive by Liberty to answer the Clovis West score there. And when they can stay ahead of the chains, not get the penalties, they're awful hard to stop.
Right, and then they get some given to them. Not given to them, but you know what I mean. They get some on the plus side. A hard count gets them 5 yards. The next play is a 15-yard defensive face mask. We'll take that all day long. Here we go, 1st and 10. Can the Golden Eagles answer with 8:45 to go here in the first half? 14-7 Liberty. Pitch to right, to the outside. Right, takes a big, hard hit out there by Hunter Riley. Man.
That was a good open field tackle, but I think Clovis West has found something on the edges with these last couple runs where they're able to get hook blocks and block the outside contain guys for Liberty.
And they put the ball in Wright's hands quickly. They get it to him quickly, let him make the decisions. Now we have a strong right side here.
We call that quads when they got all 4 on the same side, blocking for their great play there.
Jordan Cobb.
Number 6.
With a great tackle. Coleman caught it and was wrapped up instantly.
For this style of defense to work, you have to have guys that break on the ball like that. He's the perfect player for that position.
Hurry up offense by the Golden Eagles. Quarterback Dante Chachere. Looks across the middle. Back over here to this side. Almost picked off. Almost picked off by the Patriots.
Woo. They ran that same play for a first down in the first quarter. This time the receiver couldn't hang on. He had the yardage for the first.
Boy, that was a quick 3 and out.
Yeah, and you don't want to do that against a team that's going to put you in a meat grinder.
That was fast. 7:49 left in the half, and the Patriots will get the football back. Cobb's had a great game tonight on defense. And he is the Patriot waiting on the 25-yard line. There's the snap. Oh, my goodness. What a boomer. Cobb taken back to the 15-yard line. Can he make some moves to get out of trouble? No, he doesn't. Nice tackle out there. The leg on Eli Riofrio, a senior, 6'2", 180-pound kicker punter, left-footed. That was a bomb.
That is a great weapon to have. You see, he just flipped the field. They're at their own 20-yard line now. We were fortunate to have that at Frontier with Matt Darr, where he won several games for us because of the field position.
Matt Darr. We have him on some of our legacy classics that Kai Wiley put up on the website.
What a kid.
Hey, did he throw the ball for you or caught a couple passes or threw a couple passes?
He threw some fake punts that won us some games. I mean, he could do it all. Threw the shot put over 60 feet. Won state as a junior.
And he's in the NFL. Other than that, hasn't done much. Here we go, 1st and 10. The Patriots would like to put some salt on the wound here at the end of this first half, but the long, big boot of Riofrio. I think the Patriots, when they stopped him on that 3 and out, they're thinking, all right, here we go. And then that punt just kept going and going and going and going.
Nixon continues to change things up. They went 4 wide receivers that time and ran inside zone off of it. So series in, series out, Clovis West has no idea what he's going to bring at him.
Jaden Helms, the free safety, about the only guy deep on a 2nd and 7. Hill rolls to his right, stops, throws, catches this man in motion. He threw him right into the pass. That was a beautiful route, beautiful pass, and was caught out there by Connor Matsky.
Yeah, versus that trip set, Clovis West went out of there too high and into a cover 3. I think Nixon anticipated that. They had the perfect route call.
Well, that was a beautiful toss. Matsky in full stride, didn't have to wait, didn't have to change anything on his body. The ball was just delivered right on the numbers, and Hill was on the run himself. 1st and 10.
Trips into the short side of the field here.
Punishing run by Sam Stewart. Gets it exactly to midfield. Well, you got some D1 linebacker brothers that are playing on the same squad back there in DJ Schramm and Dusty Schramm, and they're getting all they want tonight.
They are. The Liberty's doing a great job with their combo blocking on their zone plays and then working off on those guys, getting a hat on the hat, and the running backs are hitting the hole so dadgum hard. It's hard to stop, and there's nothing more frustrating as a defensive coordinator than these consistent drives, especially running the ball at you.
Rios, one of the linemen, defensive linemen, 5'11", 225. Castillo, 5'11", 200. So they're not super tall guys, low to the ground. There's only 3 of them. And now we hear some whistles blow, and that is going to be
I think it's a delay of game. Boy, that hurts on a 2nd and 2.
Delay of game against Liberty.
Coach Nixon's going to have a word with his star quarterback. What goes on in those conversations when it's just you and your prize possession QB that you're talking to back there?
Well, these days the back judge he'll show his hands and count it out for you, so your quarterback ought to see it. In the old days, without a clock, it was sometimes tough. It was a guessing game. But the quarterback should see that, so he's just reminding him.
What do we have down here?
They got trips to the wide side of the field here.
They stay with what's gotten them there so far, Sam Stewart, and he gets wrestled down by Brigham Bray, but not until he picks up the 1st down. So right now, Sam Stewart is basically saying, let's go, guys. I got you.
They're hitting him with that inside zone play from multiple formations, and they've got the Eagles frustrated.
Give him a little bit of a breather. He comes off. Sam does, to a bunch of high fives, and coaching staff over there letting him know how much they appreciate his hard work.
Only thing better than having a good running back is having 2 good running backs.
The wisdom of Rich Cornford. The snap is bobbled into the hands of Jounty. How do you like that? The ball bounces off Isaiah Hill's hands. Jounty had already started his run, and the ball bounces into his hands. It actually saved him a millisecond.
This game takes strange bounces, and you hope they go in your favor. Liberty just got one there.
They did.
Trips into the boundary here. Sometimes they do that to isolate the guy to the wide side of the field.
Hill keeps it, goes out of bounds.
Hill
a gain of maybe 2 or 3.
Out of bounds by number 20, Jalen Parrish.
Sometimes they do that just to run inside zone again and have the quarterback keep it on the zone read.
Under 5 to go. 4:52 exactly left in this first half. 14-7 Liberty. Patriots fans obviously would love another score here.
This tempo is perfect for the Patriots right now.
You're right.
They're grinding clock. They're getting their defense a little chance to rest here, picking up first downs, consistently moving the ball.
Barry Lauamaga, 6'1", 255. He comes up on the line of scrimmage now for the defense, and now they had 4 up there for that play at least.
Right, they dropped the safety down, so they went with a 1 high safety look there, put another guy in the box, and it made a big difference. First time that Liberty's run the ball and lost yards.
Again, Barry Lauamaga, 6'1", 255, number 75, right over the football. And that makes it 3rd and 11, 4:25 to go in the half.
And I've got to think, again, that this is 4-down territory, so it wouldn't surprise me if they didn't run the ball here. They're going to get a 2 high safety look. They've been getting 6 and 7 yards of carry on it.
1 back stands behind Hill. He's behind the quarterback. He's behind center. Play action. Hill drops back, rushed out of the pocket, throws, floats it up, and it is caught for a touchdown.
Great adjustment by the receiver out there, Kobe Alvarez. That was an underthrown ball. He adjusted to it, and the defensive backs didn't.
Oh, a flag on the play, midfield.
Penalty flag back at the 33-yard line.
Oh, that hurts. You hate to see that come back if you're Liberty. Hill had him open early, was looking to the other side, looked over there late, underthrew it a little bit. Great adjustment.
So Alvarez, touchdown catch.
Eradicated.
Yeah. Rick Hutchins, the PA announcer, said that the TD was eradicated. Call back.
To the Golden Eagle 44.
Doggone it.
All right, I'm thinking in this situation, Nixon's going to run another screen or a draw or just a basic run play because you'll want to punt them the ball here and play defense. Again, 3rd and long is when turnovers happen.
Seth Krause called back in. Tighten things up. Play action. Hill throws out to the far side. Look at this. It's a pitch and catch, and it's going to be a first down, maybe more. Oh, what a big catch. Hunter Riley.
Down to the 5-yard line.
That was a huge play there. They had the 3 receivers tight to the left, crossed him through there, caught the ball with some space. Boy, Clovis West got caught napping a little bit there on defense. They probably thought like I did, hey, they're just going to waste this down and punt it to us.
I think that's exactly what happened, and just, I want to sometime this evening talk about, the pace of a quarterback and how, they say manage a game. I think pace is so important with quarterbacks, and I think Isaiah Hill does a really nice job of the pace of his offense. You had mentioned it earlier. It's a good pace for them. Hill runs over here. Will have to throw across his body unless he stands like he just did. Looks like he's going to run now. Or he's going to throw, and it is caught. Touchdown.
Wow.
Flag on the
another
play.
flag. I know we mentioned it in the first quarter that Clovis West wasn't doing a great job with their contain. He had all day to throw there once he broke the pocket.
So they're going to say an illegal receiver downfield. I think they had the play had shifted so many times that you've got guys down the field. And it was called quickly. That flag came out real early.
And it did look like Isaiah was going to take off running there.
Right.
He saw that guy.
I thought he was going to run with all that space, and I think one of his linemen did the exact same thing. So 2 touchdowns called back in a span of a minute.
That'll test your character. But, everything we've seen so far, they've come up with some big plays in tough situations already. So I think they've passed the character test.
3:41 to go here in the first half. 14-7, Liberty leads over Clovis West. You're watching KernHighNetwork.com. Now it's 1st and 15.
Trips receivers down into the wide side of the field. They
come at Hill. He gets rid of it quickly. Ball's dropped, incomplete, so that brings up 2nd and 15.
Well, for the first 20 minutes of the game, Clovis West was content to just stay in that 3-rusher set. Now they're starting to mix things up and send 4 occasionally. I think that's made a bit of a difference.
Well, Anthony Rojas is now a defensive end, 6'3", 220, a junior. He wears number 54. 3:37 to go, halftime, just around the corner.
All right, pistol set here.
Handoff here to the near side. Jounty is the ball carrier, but just runs into a wall of Golden Eagles. He bounced off a couple of them, just couldn't do it. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 15.
That was definitely a case where Clovis West won the battle on the line of scrimmage there.
What was the playbook's opening up here in this first half? We've seen a lot.
Yeah, Nixon's kept them off balance. It'll be interesting to see what he's got called here on 3rd and 13. He got another wild card up his sleeve.
3 minutes exactly left in this first half. Coach, what do you have?
We got double split to each side over here, spreading the field pretty evenly.
Hill, one step back, fires across the middle, and it's dropped.
Would have been right at the first down marker. He put it right on the numbers.
Seth Krause was the intended receiver, and Hill just fired it in there. Well-timed defensive hit. I think you and I both think probably should have been caught, but perfectly timed hit, and now we're going to see
a 37-yard field goal attempt, 38 yards. This would probably be right at his range here.
7-yard field goal is number 19, Paxton Winders.
Paxton Winders, the kicker for
Seth Krause, the holder.
The hold. Coach, you got the call.
All right. It looks to me like he didn't set the tee far enough back. You worry about a block up the middle there. Oh, it's going to be just short, I think. Wow. He did have slightly the distance. I think he had about 38 yards of distance there, but slightly to the right. That's unfortunate to have 2 touchdowns called back. You can't let your team get down. You got to stop them on defense and go into halftime with the lead.
Well, you know, you talked about a character gut check for the Patriots. That was also one for the Golden Eagles.
Yes, it was.
2:41 remains here in the first half. I'm Vance Palm. I've got Rich Cornford with me. Lucky enough to have him.
2:41 is plenty of time for a tempo offense to move 80 yards. So the Patriot defense has to stay stout. They cannot give up the big home run ball, but they can't let them drive it either.
Dante Chachere looked really good at some parts of this, during some parts of the first half. Oh, ball thrown into what should have been a pick. Kendall Martin had the ball go through his hands.
Boy, the thing about football is you don't get mulligans. And that was one I know Liberty would love to have back because they'd had the ball in a great field position to go up a couple scores.
Oh, man, 2nd and 10. Everybody on the line of scrimmage. There's nobody back there with Chachere. Drops back, throws down here to the near side. Caught by Tyke Woods.
Chachere's pass complete.
Love the pursuit that the Liberty defensive backs have. They're breaking on the ball. You had 3 guys in on that tackle. They're very consistently swarming to the ball. And again, Clovis West stays in an empty set. This is a critical 3rd and 5 here.
Chachere stands at his own 20. Has time. Throws out here, and the ball is picked off. It's picked off.
Chachere's pass.
What's the call going to be? Liberty absolutely thinks they jumped in front of it and picked it off. The official has yet to signal that it's Liberty football. This is going to be interesting because, oh no, they're going to say 4th down. Oh,
they
boy.
called that mutual possession. That was a tight call there.
Woo.
The good thing for Liberty is it is 4th down, and Clovis West looks like they're going to punt. And their punter is darn good.
So Coleman was the wide receiver for the Eagles. To my naked eye, I thought it was jumped and picked off, and Coleman was the defender. But they say share possession reception. And now Liberty's hip to this big left leg right here. Watch this. Oh, and I say it, and I jinx the guy.
The curse.
I cursed.
Just a bit outside.
Eli Riofrio.
Riofrio's punt.
Let's see.
That's huge for Liberty.
Oh.
They've got the ball inside the 50-yard line with 1:15 to go.
and Coach Jordan Cobb was standing back at like the 20-yard line expecting one of those big boots, and it didn't happen. So now all of a sudden, you have 75 seconds here, and the ball's at the Golden Eagles 46-yard line.
And they've still got 2 timeouts left, so that's a plenty amount of time. You practice these situations every week in your 2-minute offense.
3 receivers down here to the far side, the large side of the field. Hill kicks it out to Stewart. Stewart
should work out of bounds.
Trying to get out of bounds. Oh, takes a big hit. Big hit.
Clovis West helped him out of bounds.
They did. Jalen Parrish. Big hit from the senior.
That probably worked out well for Liberty because it looked like he was going to cut back into the middle of the field. He wouldn't have got the first down. There had been about 20 seconds.
Yeah, you're so right. Now it's 106. Ball's at the 42, Rich.
They're putting the 3 receivers to the short side of the field. Again, they might be trying to isolate the top receiver, or maybe they'll run inside zone again.
They stay inside. Sam Stewart to the 30-yard line. He picks up the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30.
The clock stops on those first downs, so in high school and college football, you can really make some yardage in these situations with a short clock. Same formation as before.
Everybody tucked in down here low, right below us. Hill, will he throw? Wants to go deep, goes to the corner, tosses it up there, and it is incomplete. Intended out there for Kobe Alvarez.
They got the one-on-one matchup they wanted. The running back looks a little tired. He was giving that play away. His hands were on his knees and his head was down at the snap, meaning he wasn't going to get the football. So a good defensive back or linebacker can key on that and give the heads up that they were throwing the ball there.
What a great point. Like, hey, ball's not going to him. He's not even looking up. Okay, 2nd and 10, 48 seconds to go here in this first half. They stay in the same formation.
They might do it again. You got one-on-one.
This time they do give it to Sam Stewart Jr. A couple of big hits right in between the hash marks, and that'll be timeout, I believe.
Yeah, they're just short, so that's a good timeout by Nixon.
Timeout for the Liberty Patriots, 14-7. We are at Liberty High School. They're hosting the Clovis West Golden Eagles. I'm Vance Palm here with Rich Cornford, Kevin Willey, Kyle Wiley, Todd Bentley, the production crew here for Game 1. Game 2 is over at North High School, Independence at North, and that's being called by Mark Heffernan. Rick Van Horn is, who's working camera over there, Julian? Julian's working camera. Who's working the board? Antonio, right. Everybody that was with us last week for our scrimmage.
Thank you.
Thanks for doing the right thing. Not just Let's swap tires. Doing the right thing.
This situation right here with the 3rd and 2, you got to get the first down. And you'd love to get it on this first play right here. I'd expect a run play, but Nixon's fooled me many times before, so we'll see.
3rd and 2, 38 seconds to go here.
You might have 2 plays called here, too, in case you don't get the first down to get that snap off quickly. Whether it be we've seen a couple quarterback sneaks already. It looks like he's going under center. Power I.
Stewart pounds his way into
inside the 20 for a
first down.
Brought down by 33, Brigham Gray.
33 seconds to go. 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. Power I again. Now Isaiah has a quick look at his receiver. They're going to pitch it to Sammy Stewart now. Stewart, gets swallowed up. Loss of about a yard. Flag on the play. Clock stops, Coach.
Boy, that one really hurts if that flag is on them. That's going to move them definitely out of field goal range. And I think they did have the 2 play calls, but they picked up the first down on the first play. Yep.
Holding call against the Patriots. So we've seen a really interesting chess match kind of go on this last 3 or 4 minutes between the 2 coaches. Clovis West thought they were going to boot the ball all the way down, switch the field, and maybe get out of the half. Didn't happen. Liberty gets the ball on a 1st and 10 from the 19, but a holding call moves them back to the 31.
Golden Eagles.
This is where if Nixon can get a one-on-one matchup again, you definitely take it here.
21.
Got 2 receivers split to each side. Got safeties over the top here, so they're not going to get that from this formation.
Hill steps, throws,
Ooh.
underthrows. Not a well-thrown ball at all.
Yeah, they miscommunication there between him and the receiver on what was going on. They were running exchange routes, which means the inside receiver goes outside seam and the outside receiver takes the inside seam. That can be effective, but they didn't have anybody open there.
All right, so for all intents and purposes, on a 2nd and 21, they do have 1 timeout left, 16 seconds left here in the first half.
Same formation, 2 receivers to each side.
Hill stands at the 35 of the Golden Eagles, drops back, 2 steps back, throws, cruises it over, and almost picked off by DJ Schramm. That thing floated out there in a dangerous spot.
Well, that was what they did there. They kept the receivers out wide. They set the running back right up the middle, splitting those safeties, so a linebacker had to drop underneath them, but you got 2 D1 linebackers, and they were up to the task.
3rd and 21, 12 seconds left. Coach Nixon's going to bleed this thing to the very end if he can.
Yeah, he's definitely got 2 plays here. Whether he takes shots or if he wants to try to settle on a field goal, he could probably pick up something short, but I don't think Clovis West is going to give him anything down the field. Those safeties are playing at 15 yards right now.
Right.
Oh, stepping up into a cover 3.
Hill. Flushed out of the pocket, fires, caught over here. How much time does they have left? It goes down, but they do have a timeout. And it was caught by Seth Krause, so Krause goes down right at the 15-yard line with 1 second, Coach.
So they chose to do the underneath route. Hill bought himself some time, found the open receiver. Now they've got a chance for a very manageable field goal from 32 yards out, though the ball is on the hash.
So the ball's on the near hash, close to us.
Timeout, Liberty.
And it'll be about a 32-yarder, but I don't see any inclination by the coaching staff to show a field goal attempt. What do you think, Rich?
This is why Nixon gets paid the big bucks. Making calls like this.
He's going to love hearing you say that. That'll be a good one.
Well, we all know that these coaches are underpaid for the hours they put in, and their wives and families sometimes suffer for it.
Yep.
But they did pull out the field goal unit, and this is definitely within the range here.
Okay, Paxton Winders is going to go now for a 32-yarder.
On to try a 32-yard field goal is Paxton Winders out of the hold of Seth Krause.
1 second left here in the half. Winders, low snap, has to get it collected up, and it is up, but it is no good. It was wide left.
He just over-adjusted, missed the first one slightly wide right, the second one slightly wide left. That was a good job by the holder getting that ball down.
Sure was. We are at halftime, 14-7. We will be back in a few moments. We'll take a break here on KernHighNetwork.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the field for your halftime entertainment, please welcome the Liberty High School Marching Patriots. The Marching Patriots are led on the field by drum makers Hannah Bray and William Ball, percussion captain Jake Anderson, color guard captain Caitlin Cottle, Joanna Gonzalez, Destiny Murdoch, and Victoria Rojas. Tonight, the Marching Patriots will present the first movement of their 2017 production. Shahrazad is the tale of a young queen who uses the power of storytelling to gain the love of her king.
Hey, what's going on?
and gentlemen, the Liberty High School Marching Patriots. The Marching Patriots are under the direction of band director Mr. Jason Armstead, percussion instructors Noe Casalto, Matt Hoyt, Stephen McDaniel, Raven Simon, and Fernando Vasquez. Color guard instructors Megan Romero and Shiloh Meyer. Visual instructors Angel Cornejo and Alejandro Cestedo. The Marching Patriots would like to thank their sponsors, La Costa Mariscos, the Liberty Band Boosters. If you're interested in becoming an official sponsor of the Liberty Marching Patriots, please contact Mr. Armistead or Band Booster President Christy Shipman. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time.
You guys got me? 14-7, 3.5 left here in the first half, halftime. Patriots lead by a touchdown. I'm going to try to catch Coach Nixon as he comes out of the tunnel. Back up to you guys.
All right, welcome everybody to the Kern High Network. We're at halftime. We got about 3 minutes and 10 seconds left. This is not Vance Palm. He's got way more hair than I have. This is Kyle Wiley of the Kern High School District and the Kern High Network. Rich Cornford, so glad to have you out here. It's exciting. All season long, I'll be making sure the audience knows that Rich and I are from the Central Coast, and we played in the old Northern League that doesn't even exist anymore, with Rich Cornford going to Lompoc High School and Kyle Wiley going to Rigetti High School. Good old days on the Central Coast, right, Coach Cornford?
Great days on the Central Coast, and we had some wars with Rigetti, though we always came up on top.
You know, when I was there, we always came up on top, so, I mean, it goes back and forth right there. Exciting to have you part of this new venture, and as we've been looking online, we see both games running simultaneously. Looks like we've got a pretty good game going on with Independence and North High.
Yeah, this game is a heck of a football game. You know, Liberty's had some chances, a couple missed field goals, and a couple touchdowns called back.
It seemed to be some costly penalties going in there in the first half. I mean, penalties and turnovers and not executing your plays is, as a coach and even as a player, can really stop momentum. This game very easily could be 28-7, but instead we're looking at a one-possession ball game.
And this Clovis West team is a team that's always dangerous. You see the athletes they've got in the field, and if the quarterback can really sling it. He's been throwing a lot of short stuff here. I'm anxious to see if he tries to go up top, but Liberty's been playing that too deep, and it's tough to go over the top on that.
Yeah, I was talking to Coach Nixon before the game. They like to dink and dink and dink and dink and then catch you sleeping and go over the top. But what we know about Coach Nixon's defensive team is they don't sleep very often when they're out there playing defense.
They're just so fundamentally sound. You know, interesting thing with the backup quarterback in here not being as mobile as their starter. Their starter was the Johnny Manziel clone when we played against him 2 years ago, a guy that could really make things happen. We haven't seen the quarterback really run yet for Clovis West. I mean, he seems athletic enough. I wonder if they'll utilize that part of their playbook.
We shall only see, but I will tell you, those two brothers on Clovis West, their linebackers are stout. And we're seeing Isaiah Hill trying to go over the tippy top on there. But just a little tip of a ball can really alter those seam routes that they're trying to really attack against that too deep, trying to find those soft spots. But, man, they're like you said, if Liberty's fundamentally sound on defense, so is Clovis West.
Yeah, both sides coached extremely well. You don't coach in Clovis unless you're a heck of a good coach.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think, for Liberty, as far as adjustments, I don't know how many adjustments they need to make. They've moved the ball well. It's just those penalties, and whether that's just the first game of the season type deal or, just unlucky, don't know, but it sure has cost them.
Jonty had some tough plays going on there, but Sammy Stewart definitely was very much a tough runner out there, really changing things up a little bit. Vance Palm showing some love to some of the Liberty coaches that are out there, but it looks like he's going to have a short little interview right now. We're going to pan in on him in just a second. We're going to go right there as we give the way.
Coach Nixon, thanks for your time here. Your words for your players at halftime?
We got to clean things up. We had 2 penalties, called 2 touchdowns back, opportunity to score in the red zone twice with the field goals, and we didn't get that done. We did a nice job of keeping their offense off the field the second quarter. I think we had 32 offensive plays to their 6 offensive plays, but we came away with no points. So we got to get a lot better at that and just play 4 quarters of football.
Nice 97-yard drive to start off.
Yeah, that wasn't bad, but there's a lot of time to play after that.
Very good, Coach. Thanks for your time. Have a good second half. Back up to you guys.
Well, Nixon nailed it on the head like we had.
Absolutely.
He sees those. He's left some points off that board over there, but they have moved the ball well. Interesting stat that he gave there with them running 30-plus offensive plays in that quarter, and Clovis West only running 6. You can win a lot of football games that way, but you do have to score points.
And one thing I really like about him, utilizing data to drive decisions, and the decision right there is we had possession of the ball. We got to take care of the ball, and we can't stall drives with these senseless penalties that come at the end, this holding, this false start, all these little things, too many guys on the field. So
one of the disadvantages of having a really mobile quarterback that buys all that time for himself is you do get more holding calls on you because you guys are blocking longer.
Absolutely. And then we saw that, one of his touchdowns was stalled because we had an illegal man downfield, and he kind of as a quarterback, got caught in the crosshairs where he didn't know if he was going to scramble or if he was going to pass, and he kind of got in that no man's land that we look at to get out there. So hopefully they can clean it up in this second half. Isaiah Hill settled down a little bit more, actually went out to practice this week, and interviewed Isaiah Hill, and he said, this year the game has slowed down a little bit more for me, and I'm trying to mature every practice. And after this half, hopefully he's had a little bit of maturation after week one, settling down after that half, because they've been waiting all summer for this, sick of beating each other up, as you know, in some of those games.
Well, he's clearly the leader of that offense out there, the emotional leader. And, he's a heck of a kid, a great athlete, multi-sport athlete, which I think really pays off for kids.
Yeah, absolutely. 35 seconds left to go at half. I'm going to continue to talk as Vance Palm catches his breath coming up those stairs on the way up here from being down on the field. He does such a great job interacting with all those coaches and all that as well.
Well, I think Liberty gets the ball here in the second half.
Yep.
So they started the first half with that 97-yard drive. I'm sure Nixon would love to do something similar to that again.
And keep the same game plan. 32 plays, as he talked about. I mean, that's a number that is kind of resonating with us, is that has got to turn into either touchdowns or points on the board. And, I mean, he may not have had those touchdowns, but a couple missed field goal opportunities still. That's 6 points that are left off the board off of 2 missed field goals.
Well, I think you can definitely say that Liberty has controlled the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely.
With their offensive line.
We have a BB purse up in the press box. It has a brush in it. It has an Army water bottle in it.
We're getting ready to kick off this second half. KernHighNetwork.com.
And a gray
We're excited about the possibilities this season. Not only are we going to have 2 games every week, but every team in the Kern High School district will be represented and have a game, including Kern Valley High School way down in the valley and Arvin High School in Shafter that are kind of on the outskirts of the Kern High School district, but they deserve the love just like everyone else. We're also going to have 8 volleyball games this fall season, and we'll continue to capitalize on what we did in basketball and wrestling, and maybe get into some soccer and some softball and some baseball, try to do it all just to really promote the wonderful things that our kids in our district are doing.
Well, and it's great exposure for these kids, a lifelong memory that they'll be able to keep. And as a father of some volleyball players, I think it's awesome that Kern High School District is supporting so many sports.
And here we go, Clovis West with the kickoff. Whistles are being blown right now. Trying to look around and see if there's any laundry on there. Looks like it's an offside with Clovis West going to push that back. I'm going to turn the mic back over to the much-esteemed Vance Palm, who is the real talent of the Kern High Network. Doesn't get enough credit, but here he is. Thank you, guys.
That kickoff's going to allow Liberty to probably get a return here because of that penalty. So we'll see what their athletes can do with it.
Did you hear what Coach Nixon had to say?
Yes, I did. We were talking about how interesting it was, the 30-plus snaps for Liberty, which is great. You're controlling the line of scrimmage, but you got to put points on the board. But that has a cumulative effect on a defense being out there that long. And we'll see, how these Clovis West defensive linemen can hold up.
Okay, start of the third quarter. Liberty's up 7, 14-7.
Hard squib kick, bounces off a guy. He just fell down right there. That's a win for Clovis West, I think, on that kick.
Is fielded by the up back.
It was such a hard
number 16.
BB right off the ankles of a Patriot that there was some time to possibly gobble up 10 or 15 yards. And now the ball at the 27.
Well, as we've seen in the first half, every yard is valuable here. I would have liked to seen him pick that ball up and try to get 5, 10, 15. Liberty's under center with 2 tight ends, first down.
Handoff. Stewart grinds about 4 or 5 yards.
Sam Stewart, the ball carrier.
And that's what Liberty wants to do. All right. Stewart comes limping off here. I don't know if it's a cramp or an ankle here. Let's hope it's a cramp.
Had a chance to say hi to one of the referees. Long time buddy of mine, Steven Yaksich. He and I grew up in the cornfields together, Lamont and Arvin. It is hot down there. He is sweating down there today. He's the one right on top of the football, right behind the linebackers.
2 tight ends set again. Receivers split to each side.
Hill fakes it to Jowney, now keeps it, runs right over here next to
Hill
us.
keeps the ball and is forced out of
We
bounds
call that
by
play an
number
inverted
20,
veer there.
Jalen Parrish.
West High used to run the too tight veer back in the
Picks up
80s over there.
first
This
down
is the
yardage.
new modern version of it, where the quarterback switches spots with the veer back. The running back goes
41-yard
wide, and the
line.
quarterback ends up taking his spot there. Explosive play when you got a quarterback like this.
We called a game of Bright House Networks up at Bakersfield College Memorial Stadium when Ryan Matthews was a running back for the Vikings and took, I think, 58 out of 60 snaps. Almost 600 yards total offense. Reminded me of that. 1st and 10. Now it looks like the Golden Eagles are going to bring a lot at Hill. Let's see if they keep it that way. Yes, they do. Jowney tries to make something happen,
The give is to
but it
Winston
looks like the
Jowney.
Golden Eagles are realizing they've got to have a little bit more presence on that line.
Their adjustment at halftime was to
Picks
drop
up
that safety
two.
down, I think, a little bit more often, especially against this too tight end
27,
look that
DJ
Liberty's been
Schramm.
given. And, you know, when
with
we
the
had a guy
tackle.
like Ryan Matthews, the more I gave him the ball, the smarter I looked. So.
Yeah. Well, I remember that game. Well, you were coaching, and remember up at Memorial Stadium, and then at the end of the first half, I said, Brian, the only thing he hasn't done is throw the ball. Phew! 50-yard touchdown pass to end the first half. Unbelievable. Never forget it. 2nd and 8. Another run attempt inside the hash marks. Nothing doing. Might bring up 3rd and 7 maybe. They get a yard there. But, you know, to your point, to Coach Nixon's point, better to control your own destiny right now. Start off this third quarter at your pace, doing what you want to do.
They did have a lot of success with almost everything they did in the running game in the first half. So for Clovis West to hold them, you know, here, it's pretty good. But it's still, this is a manageable 3rd down. It's a 3rd and about 6 over here. He can still run the ball if he wants, or, you know, he's got anything in his passing repertoire available. They got 3 receivers to the top of the field there.
3rd and 6. Hill stands at his own 40. Drops straight back, has good protection, excellent protection. Finds Jowney at the 50. Jowney makes one move, and it's all he needed to do to pick up that first down. Oh, what a nice play.
Boy, the brilliance of that play call. You send everybody deep, and you just dump it to your back because those linebackers are covering those seam routes there.
Laundry at the 38-yard line of Golden West.
As well as number 2, Jaden Helms, all there.
Holding call on the defense. So
West.
a first down plus.
Penalty flag.
Yeah, that should be a 10-yarder there, so they'll take that.
And it is holding against Clovis West.
First and 10 from the 38-yard line.
It's interesting. They marked the 10 yards off from where he got tackled. I thought they would do it from the line of scrimmage. That was a big break for
Sure was.
Liberty to get that first down, and however they got it. 3 receivers again to the top.
First down and 10, Patriots.
Hill. And miscommunication. Hill was leaning towards the center as the ball was snapped. He was trying to time, and he got the ball snapped to him, but then it just didn't look good after that.
Yeah, they had some space out there to work with, too. If they'd been on the same page, that would have been a good pickup.
Brings up 2nd and 10. Hill jogs back out there.
Kobe Alvarez has a size mismatch on that corner down there, so we'll see if they come back to that.
He's right there at the bottom of your screen, Rich.
He's matched up on him again.
Number 9, bottom of your screen. Golden Eagles. They bring 4. Zone read. Oh, and Hill just gets tripped up, or it would have been more, and he's frustrated. He's pounding on the grass because he knew he was slipped up, and that would have been a lot more.
They call it a game of inches. I mean, there was a shoestring tackle literally right there, or that play goes another 15, 20, maybe touchdown.
You're exactly right. That literally got him on the shoe. 3rd and 5, though. Golden Eagles hanging in there.
Liberty has mastered these 3rd down conversions, though, tonight. Nixon has dialed up the right play time after time.
3rd and 6 exactly. Ball's at the 34-yard line. Isaiah Hill takes the snap, throws, and it's caught. A beautiful pass, beautiful catch, and it's Jordan Cobb. Cobb makes the grab, the senior
A gain of 30 on the play.
Oh, what a strike.
They ran that exchange route again. The outside guy came in, Hill threw it on time, planted his foot, delivered a strike. Perfect throw. Again, a third down conversion for Liberty.
First and goal from the 5.
See if they come out in that power I set here. They've been successful in that earlier. They're going to spread the field. Trips receivers to the top. Clovis West loads the box.
They try to go with Jounty.
Jounty stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
Nothing doing there. As we dip below the 8-minute mark here in the third quarter, 14-7. Liberty leads, second and goal from the 4.
So in this situation, Clovis West certainly had the numbers in the box over there. You see they had 7 guys in there, and with this formation they got 5 blockers and a quarterback. Those numbers go to Clovis West there. Same formation, trips up top. Clovis West again loads the box.
Hill, option keeper, touchdown.
Hill in for the touchdown.
Great call with going wide on the option there. Again, a mobile quarterback makes a huge difference.
And you got to pick your poison. If you're a defense, you got to say, well, we're going to try this, and it didn't work.
I think to Nixon's credit again, he saw the goal line defense that they lined up in, dialed up the next play to go out wide there with the option look. Hill did a great job of faking out the guy that was supposed to cover him and cut it upfield for the score.
Paxton Winders for the PAT. The snap, the hold, the kick. Boy, that's long.
You got plenty of leg in that one.
You sure did. We've got a score. We'll take a quick break. The score right now, 21-7. We're going to stay here, Kyle. We're going to stay here.
Well, we'd said that Nixon wanted to dial up something similar to that first half when they went 97 yards. That was a pretty good replica.
Yeah, just did it from basically midfield and beyond. And one thing we caught at the end of that was that Winders does have a boot. That was about a 35-yard field goal. Hey, we want to thank Kern Schools Federal Credit Union. Thank you so much for being there from day one. How about this special relationship that we've built with the United States Army, the U.S. Army, and the Kern High School District joining forces, and then there's PAV Solar and Communication. Thank you to the PAV Group. Premier Lighting, of course, thank you for being ready to go on day one. How about Tony's Pizza? Tony's Pizza Player of the Game will be announced at the conclusion of the football game. I'll try to make my way down there to present it to the player, and that'll be a lot of fun. And then how about Raymond's Trophies? Of course, Raymond's Trophies, synonymous with Kern County Athletics. And again, we want to thank the Kern High School District Superintendent, Dr. Brian Schaefer, and his team, Assistant Superintendent of Instruction, Dr. Brenda Lewis, Assistant Superintendent of Educational Services and Innovative Programs, Dr. Dean McGee, and the Director of School Support Services, Stan Green. Heard some scores being tossed around at halftime. One thing I heard was BCHS 14, Garces 7, and that's about a mile from here. So the Rams hanging in there. Independence High School 7, North 0. Kickoff, taken at the 20-yard line. Right.
Rodney Wright on
gets
the
brought down at
return.
about the 32-yard line.
Now
So,
to the 32
okay,
yard
Rich,
line.
you are now in the hot seat
Tackle made by
as
number
color
57,
commentator.
Ben Ollinger.
What would you give the Liberty Patriots grade for the first half?
B+. Definitely controlled the football, controlled the line of scrimmage. Would have been an A if they'd put some more points on the board, but they did control the clock, which has contributed to, I think, that last drive.
First and 10. You get to see these Golden Eagles now here in the second half. Shasharade hands the ball off to Wright. Wright, big, strong
Number
run,
1,
about 4 yards.
Rodney Wright.
I think you could count on one hand the number of times they ran the ball in the first half, so they come out with a tight end and they run the ball on first down. Maybe that's their adjustment here.
Gain of 3.
Read my mind, Coach. Read my mind.
Second and 7.
Gain of 3 yards. Wright. The lone back was Shasharade. High snap, pitches it out to Wright. Wright takes a look, cuts to the outside. Oh, great job by that Liberty defense, and they push him back. Great containment on the far outside, and that was a great job by Caden Bolton.
Tremendous run support there. Every team does pursuit drills where everybody takes the right angle, and obviously Liberty does a great job of that, getting so many hats on the ball. 2 receivers on each side here for Clovis West. They're in a 3rd and long.
Chachere wants to throw, finally gets it out to Wright. Liberty waiting for it, but Wright makes a great move and picks up the first down. Oh, a big block, and now Wright, almost had pay dirt. Late flag in the middle of the football field.
Number 24.
Right at the 50-yard line, late flag comes up.
Well, Clovis West got the ball to Rodney Wright in space. One of the few missed tackles we've seen by the Liberty Patriots. Boy, illegal block in the back, bringing that back. The mark, it should still be 3rd and probably long from it looks like where they're going to mark this from.
Coaching staff for
it'll be
Clovis
close.
West can't believe it. They come up with a big, what they thought was a big first down play.
I think they still have the first down here.
I'm sure that's what they're hoping.
Yep.
Okay.
From this vantage point, they still got the first, so break for them. So far, Liberty's done a good job of managing this tempo offense here. It helps when they don't get first downs, obviously. We'll see how they do after Clovis West just earned a first down.
6:24. Chachere in the shotgun, high snap again. They stay on the ground, and Ellison, Jeremiah Ellison with a big run.
Number 9, Jeremiah Ellison, the ball carrier.
Gets 2 yards. Looked like more than that, but they gave him 2.
He's like tackling a fire hydrant.
Quick pass out to the far side, but nothing doing. Boy, that Liberty secondary just not giving him anything.
Time after time, Clovis West is trying to get those cheap yards with cheap sweeps, but Liberty is up to the challenge. Liberty again exchanges out guys against the tempo very well. Got them all off the field. It looks like they've got a matchup down here, 3-on-2.
Chachere never looked this way. And, he has a touchdown.
Wow.
What a pass and what a catch. Gabe Solario.
Liberty's done such a great job all night of keeping the ball in front of them. That's the first time they've really gone downfield with it. Paid off big.
We just talked about it, and we hexed our own guys. But let's not take it away from the great catch that Gabe Solario made. Fingertip catch. Woo!
Hit him right in stride there.
All of a sudden, the Golden Eagle fans are up and cheering. They like what they saw. Beautiful strike. 50-yard touchdown. PAT is up and it's through. And we are tied. We're at 21-14. And you're watching KernHighNetwork.com.
Excellent response there by Clovis West. They were put in some tough situations. Great play call. They hadn't gone deep all night. Got him one-on-one matchup, and he got behind him and burned him.
Next week, we'll be at Ridgeview High School. The Wolfpack hosting these Liberty Patriots. So it'll be Coach Nixon going up against Coach Manning. You won't have to go far, will you?
Well, next weekend I'm actually flying to Waco, Texas to see my daughter and watch the Baylor Bears.
Hold on. Wiley, you give me a one-timer? He gets vacation already after one gig?
It's been 25 years since I've been able to go back there. Never seen him play since I got done playing in person. So
good. Where are you heading?
Waco, Texas. My daughter's a junior there. She just transferred from Bakersfield College to Baylor University, my alma mater, where I met my beautiful wife. So a lot of great memories there.
Baylor's got a lot of ties to Kern County. Grant Campbell played linebacker there recently. His little brother, Joseph's playing quarterback for Garces down the street. Beautiful new stadium. Oof, good for you. Well, it was nice working with you.
I'll be back after that, though.
Here we go. There's that strong leg. Will it be in or out? And it is, and it's a long, long, long boot.
And
Riofrio smacks it, so now
touchback. First down and 10, Patriots.
The Patriots lead by 7. It's 5:26 left in the third.
Boy, against this up-tempo offense of Clovis West, though, no lead is safe. They can move the ball and show them that they can strike so quickly. They need a good drive here.
They break out from the sideline huddle. Isaiah Hill has Jounty back there with him. They have a quick discussion before the snap.
Trips receivers to the right side, one receiver to the left. They got a little motion here.
They stay on the ground. Jounty swallowed up at about the 22-yard line, and he's dropped for a loss.
So it appears that Clovis West is going into a one deep look versus that trip set, and then if they motion out of it like they did there, they go back to a two deep safety look. So I think Nixon wants him in that two deep safety look to run at him.
2nd and 8. In motion is Cobb. Ball bobbled by Hill. Picks it back up. He can run, he can throw, he can do it all. And this time he's going to run. Picks up the first down and goes out of bounds. Flags everywhere.
I think they're going to get a targeting there. He definitely went after the head. We'll see if we get an ejection here.
Flags everywhere.
The rules these days really protect the players from people going after people's head like that, and that could be a targeting. We'll see. They just called the personal foul.
Personal foul assessed to Clovis West.
There were 2 fouls, one way in the backfield and then one down here about 25 yards further down the field.
They may have both seen the same thing there.
Oh, and a big flag tossed now.
I think that's on the bench. That's going to be 30 yards of penalty. That's going to move him past midfield here. Coach gets another one. He'll get ejected.
Or did someone get ejected? Oh, boy. Well, Dusty Schramm, one of the 2 linebackers of the Schramm brothers, I didn't see any of the ejection signs yet, but he did get taken out, and I can't imagine someone of his caliber being subbed out. Huh.
Also an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Clovis West.
You talk about flipping the field with a punter, boy, you just flip the field with a little bit of lack of discipline on the Clovis West sideline.
Still don't have any real clarification on any specifics. The one player that came off the field after the flag was Dusty Schramm, the senior linebacker. And now Hill decides just the perfect time for me to take advantage of all these guys. He goes down, 33-yard line, gain of about 7.
35 to the 34.
Yeah, another emotional chance here for which team is going to come out positive from that. Clovis West, boy, you get 30 yards in penalties. It's really easy to get down a little bit. Let's see if they can regain their mojo here some.
And they just scored on a beautiful long bomb down the far side to get it within 7, and now we're at the 4-minute mark left in the 3rd quarter. Golden Eagles blitz from the left side, the right side of the line for the Patriots, and it works out just perfect. And a big run by Shores gets him down to about the 21-yard line. So here come the Patriots.
That was a good hard run. Boy, he attacked that line of scrimmage, broke a tackle. Nice to have another running back in the stable there to give the ball to.
You talk about a fire hydrant. 5'9", 182, and plus he's a senior. We've called his number a lot. Whether it was on TV or live streaming, he's been a part of 3 years of Liberty football. Oh, beautiful play, and it's another big run. Villanueva lowered the shoulder as well, Coach.
Well, that time Liberty put that fullback back in there in their pistol set there, and it gave them numbers in the box with the too high look over there, and they are going right at the heart of that defense with 2 Division I linebackers in it. Same formation.
Hill stands at the 9-yard line. They go right back to Villanueva. Can he push himself in? Look at the fight. Look at the effort.
pushing
both by the running back and by those offensive linemen. You love to see those linemen work into the whistle.
down to the 2-yard line, 2nd down and goal to go.
This game is going to get won in the trenches, and right now Liberty is consistently winning those battles.
You're right, Coach. It's just mano a mano right now, and it's going Liberty's way. Two and a half to go here in the third quarter.
All right, same formation. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun with an offset eye look.
Hill can't get in. Big hit at the 3-yard line. Ooh, punishing hit. Helped up by his lineman.
Yeah, that was a good cut by Isaiah Hill, but there was good pursuit over there by Clovis West. Boy, this is a nail-biter here with 3rd and goal from the 2.
Third down.
Nixon's been a master of 3rd down calls tonight. Don't have the numbers in front of us on what their conversion percentage is, but it's well over 50, and that's outstanding.
A lot of time being used here, and sure enough, they call a timeout. That gives Coach and I a chance to
Timeout on the field.
thank Kern Schools Federal Credit Union,
second half, 2 remaining.
a name, an entity synonymous with student athletes at all levels in the community, most certainly the Kern High School District. How about the U.S. Army? I was over talking to 2 of our representatives from the U.S. Army before the game and talking to them about their involvement here with the Kern High School District and the relationship, and they just said, man, we love this stuff. This is great. You know, of course, they get to see young men and women that could possibly become Army soldiers, but they love the atmosphere. It's great to have them. Thank you, Army. Appreciate that. PAV Solar and Communication, the entire PAV group, Premier Lighting, everybody just from day one last year, you got it. Stand, get to work, make it happen. We'll support you. Tony's Pizza. Thank you, Tony. We'll announce your player of the game after the end of the game. And Raymond's Trophies.
It is Garces 14.
Thank you so much.
Christian 14. In the third at Stockdale, Ridgeview 13, Stockdale 7. At halftime in Pomona, it's Diamond Ranch 7, Centennial nothing.
We're hearing some scores, and
at Frontier in the fourth
it's
quarter, it's
surreal
49, Cabrillo
to hear
16.
scores being announced while I'm standing next to Rich Cornford, who's been coaching here for a long, long time in this community.
At Fresno, it's
Well, it sounds like Chris Bandy's taking care of business over there on the coast, whipping Cabrillo.
Oh, what a beautiful pitch to Sam Stewart, and he's in.
They scored on the option the last time they were down there. Hill kept the ball on that one, so dialing up the option at just the right time by Nixon gets him in there again.
Third touchdown for Stewart.
Not a bad day at the office for Stewart.
We have an early leader in the clubhouse for the Tony's Pizza Player of the Game. It's a team sport, team game, but Tony's Pizzas goes to one guy or one young lady in volleyball or whatever sport we're covering this year. Here's the PAT, and again, a nice long one. So score 28 to 14.
7 in the third. Liberty 28, Clovis West 14.
Dude, are we going to commercial or no? I gotta get some kind of signal from you somewhere. 147 left here in the third quarter, 28-14.
Another clock-grinding drive by the Liberty Patriots there. That Nixon couldn't ask for anything better. Now he's got to get his defense back. The defense has been consistent all night long, except for that one big play.
Right, and we may have jinxed them. We were just talking about the great containment out on the outside, and sure enough, they go to get the score. So with 147 left, 28-14. Liberty in a good spot right now. A lot of football left.
So far, Liberty's done a good job with their kickoff coverage, preventing any huge run backs over here. Let's see if that can continue, because nothing can flip a game quicker than a big special teams play.
Deep is Tyke Woods and Rodney Wright deep for the Golden Eagles. Look at this. Tyke takes it at the 3-yard line. He's trying to get outside. A couple of nice blocks out there, but the speed of the Liberty defense, Liberty special teams. Boy, Liberty is quick team this year.
Yeah, again, special teams-wise, they'd been pooching it. Those Clovis West guys kept coming up and up and up. Then they went deep, knocked him back. He didn't have any momentum coming forward. Now they got the ball at their own 13. So, again, in all phases of the game, I think Liberty has been outplaying Clovis West.
That is the voice of Rich Cornford. Fortunate to have him with us this year. Head coach of the Ridgeview Frostoff, what an illustrious varsity career for many years here. Right in motion. Interesting play. They zinged it over to the far side to Hayden Leach.
Number 1.
Yeah, positive play on first down for them. Moves it to 2nd and 5. Threaten that run. We'll see. They're back into an empty set here. Liberty stays patient with just a 3-man rush.
2nd and 5.
Right. This time they fake it to him. Chachere keeps it himself. And first run of the game for him tonight. Gets wrapped up and hit.
Chachere knocked down by
valuable component to utilize him. I think it's going to be 3rd and very short.
They say he got it, Coach.
Okay.
1st and 10.
Yardage good enough for a Golden Eagle first down.
Tempo teams love that first down. Let's see what they can do with it now.
1:04. They try to stay on the ground with Ellison. Ellison gets nothing this time.
Straight ahead.
That is an amazing job by the Liberty defensive front, because really they're playing the 3 guys on the defensive line with 1 linebacker stacked there. The other linebacker's 8 or 9 yards deep, I think for pass coverage purposes. So to be able to stop the run like that is pretty amazing.
Chachere.
Quad set to the top. That means 4 receivers over there to the wide side of the field.
Takes his time, looks, connects, just underneath the 35-yard line. Really close to a first, doesn't get it.
Swung down by number
Rodney Wright is certainly their go-to guy. They used him there to cross the formation, drag across it. He's got speed. He's hard to cover over there, especially by a linebacker inside. They found him.
5 seconds left. We'll see if they get this play off. They do.
Going downtown again.
Down the near side and incomplete, no flags. That'll end the third quarter. 28-14 the score. Liberty up by 2 touchdowns. Hope you're enjoying all of this on KernHighNetwork.com. Back with the fourth quarter.
4th down. That's the end of the third quarter at Patriots Stadium. It's Liberty 28, Clovis West 14.
Welcome to Kickoff. Delight in authentic sushi, prepared with only the freshest seafood. Enjoy a unique teppanyaki experience, featuring acclaimed chefs from Las Vegas, New York, and LA, and a full lounge bar. Comply. Experience the difference.
Scoring update from Fresno in the fourth quarter. It is now Bakersfield 13, Edison 0.
Okay, fourth quarter action here. Liberty High School leads Clovis West 28-14. Clovis West will start the fourth quarter on a 4th and 1.
Number 1, Rodney Wright takes the handoff.
Hey, 4th and 1 deep in your own, well, I say deep, 33, 34-yard line, but they get the first.
The way Liberty's been grinding clock, they had to go for it there.
No, you're right.
Empty set again.
Chachere drops back, looks. The ball was deflected at the line of scrimmage. It hit somebody's hand,
Sasha Ray's pass
and it just
intended for
deflected
number
up,
7,
and it was
Ricardo
over
Arias.
the intended receiver. So one of those
Is
D linemen got their
incomplete.
hands up there for the
Number 34,
Patriots. That's
Villanueva
nice.
providing the coverage.
Liberty uses the time after the incompletion to run 3 fresh
Second
linemen
down
out
and
there.
10.
They've consistently rushed 3 all night.
They do it again. Nobody in the backfield. Got the time, and he connects, and that should be fumble. Are they going to say he dropped it or never had it? Incomplete? Oh, boy, I thought he caught that and made a move. Huh. They say incomplete.
Fortunate for Clovis West, but now they're faced with the 3rd and 10. Liberty just sticks with this zone here. What we would call cover 4. They've run it for years, and they're experts at it.
Chachere stumbles as he backs up and connects on the reception, and believe it or not, still on his feet is Ricardo
Sasha Ray's
Arias.
pass complete to
Well, his
number
extra
7,
effort there
Ricardo
makes this
Arias.
another convertible 4th down here. Again, I think they've got to go for
Short of
this.
the
Boy,
first
Coach, I
down,
thought that
stop
play was
Nathan
over
at the
when he
7,
caught it.
Connor
I thought it was over when he stumbled.
Yeah, you're right. Chachere dropped back and was stumbling, got rid of it. And now all of a sudden they've got another 4th and 1. Haven't seen any indication they'd try a hard count tonight.
Watch for the hitch here. They've done it consistently. Oh,
Fake to right. Chachere, second run of the game. And now we see Pandora's box may be open now.
Boy, how about them apples? What a great call at the time. Second time he's run the ball. Who knew he could run like that? Holy cow.
They did. And
Yeah.
they bottled it up. They haven't really used it, but all of a sudden,
for Dante Chachere,
Chachere, the junior quarterback, fakes it to right. Everybody in the stands thought it was going to right for that 1-yard gain, and it turns into a 50-yard touchdown run, and this thing's far from over.
Boy, a character check again. Liberty feels comfortable up 2 touchdowns. Clovis West comes back with the big score. Now Clovis West having a little trouble getting the right number of men on the field.
Well, believe it or not, it's one of the big boys up front. He didn't get in there. Santana Rios better hurry up.
The officials did him a favor and waited for him to get lined up before they blew the whistle in there.
The kick is up, and it's good.
56-yard touchdown
So
run
just
by
like
Chachere.
that,
Extra point is
it's back
good
to a 7-point
by
ball
Rios.
game.
It's 49
Really,
to
really
go
good
before.
play call by the
Liberty
coaching staff
28,
for the
Clovis
Golden
West
Eagles there.
21.
And I think everybody in that Liberty defense was going to land on right, and boom, Chachere off. He's only run the ball 2 times in 3 quarters, and the first one wasn't a bad run, and the second one was an excellent run.
Well, he showed track speed over there. He was running away from people. I would not have guessed that he was that fast.
He stands, they say 6'3", so let's say 6'4" in cleats, about 170 pounds. We were talking to the quarterback coach pregame, and he was kind of joking. We said, is he about 180? He goes, oh, I don't know about that, maybe 170. But you're right. He turned those long legs into some weapons, and off he goes.
Had a great stride with good knee lift.
There's a different tone here in these Liberty stands than there was about 5 minutes ago.
Everybody up for the kickoff.
Well, again,
Eli Riofrio.
you got to be able to run the ball to finish out games. Liberty's shown that they can run the ball if they can just avoid penalties. Clovis West has had a terrible time stopping them. So, again, I like the position that Liberty's in. I liked it a little bit better a minute ago, but we'll see what Clovis West can do. I think Clovis West has to sell out to stop the run here.
All right, Coach, 10:49 left in the 4th. The true test tonight for Rich Cornford will come in the last 2 minutes of tonight. If it's a close ball game, I'll be checking his disposition. Where will his hands be on his head and his pocket? What? Again.
This looks returnable.
And it is at the 1-yard line. Does he have room? Hey, everybody. Look at this big, strong run.
Out over the 35.
Well, just the momentum that gives a team. A good, solid kick return like that is, good shot in the arm there for him.
It'll be first down and 10. Patriots on their own 38 with 10:41.
Hunter Riley
to go in the fourth.
The junior with the pedal to the metal run from the 1 yard line when he caught that. Talk about selling out. When you catch that thing at the 1, you mentally, don't you just have to sell out, say, here we go.
You want a guy back there that wants to return that football.
Great point. 1st and 10. Hill, the quarterback, won't go anywhere yet because whistles and flags.
Umpire threw that flag, so
it's going to be a false start.
Somebody flinched. Ouch. Exactly what they didn't need is to start with 1st and 15 behind the chains.
Legal procedure against Liberty. 5-yard penalty, 1st and 15.
Coach Cornford said ouch, and simultaneously Coach Nixon took his hat off and said, are you kidding me right now? 1st and 15. Stewart gets a lot of it back there, 7 yards. And Sam Stewart has played a whale of a football game tonight.
38-yard line.
I think you got to give a lot of credit to the Liberty offensive line and the coaching staff over there. These guys are all in sync with their zone blocking, and it's beautiful to watch guys that are coached that well.
2nd and 9. Don't forget they had to go back 5 extra yards to start this drive. So a 6-yard gain on that play. Now it's 2nd and 9, 10-minute mark. Throw the ball inside, and it is caught by Seth Krause. Super late flag.
I think they're going to get a block in the back. They pulled the lineman out there, and he saved it from being a loss, but I do think he blocked him in the back.
And the white hat threw the flag when the play was essentially almost over, I should say. And Coach Nixon now, hands on hip.
Make it an illegal.
But the only thing that has stopped Liberty tonight, is these penalties.
Themselves.
That'll move the ball back to the Patriots.
Let's take a look at this thing now, everybody. It's under 10 minutes to go here. The Patriots only lead by a touchdown, and it's 2nd and 21.
2nd down and 21.
As much talent as they have and as stalwart as their line is, 21 is 21.
They were in a similar situation in the first half and converted from it. So we'll see if they do another crossing route to convert again.
Across the middle, ball's deflected, but just great concentration by Jordan Cobb. The ball was nicked at the line of scrimmage, and he hung on to it, made the catch, and a big, big grab.
Number 10, Jordan Cobb with the catch.
Another great call. That play action fake drew the linebackers up and opened that hot route through the seam there for him. 3rd and 2, manageable.
3rd and 2.
And it's Isaiah Hill time. Yep. First down, Liberty.
Picks up a Liberty
that is a huge first down.
That's like Mariano Rivera coming in for 1 out, isn't it? Like it's 3rd and 2 with that young man back there. It's kind of like saying, all right, let's go. Bring in the ace.
Yeah, and with that offensive line consistently getting them a push. I think we've only seen them tackled for a loss once all night. That's a great luxury to have. And they knew the strength of the team coming in was going to be that offensive line and Isaiah Hill. They're utilizing them perfectly.
Heard Coach Nixon talking to Greg Kerr today on the Greg Kerr Show, and he talked about exactly that. We feel good about ourselves up front. And when you have extra effort running like that, when you've got Anthony Villanueva just grinding out 6 yards after contact.
A group of defenders led by number 75.
Defense fatigues faster than offense does. And right now, I think we're seeing a fatigued Clovis West defense. They have been on the field for an incredible number of snaps tonight.
Independence High School up 26-0 right now over North High School. Is that second quarter or second half? Oh, okay, second quarter, very good. 2nd and 3, Hill, option, decides to keep, or Willie.
Hill keeps the ball on the option and
real close to a first down.
Brought down at the 43-yard line.
And that clock continues to wind down there.
Gain of 2.
Sure does, Coach.
It'll be 3rd and a yard, 29.
So if you're Golden Eagles right now and the coaching staff over there, the time is racing. We're going to dip below 8 minutes here. It's a 3rd and 1. They hurry things up. Isaiah tries to do it himself. I think he got it.
Hill with a quarterback sneak.
Appears that he's got the mark there. And again, I think Clovis West has got to do something out of their base defense. They may not be comfortable with it, but they've got to put more guys in the box because they're getting put in the grinder right now, and that clock continues to tick. Looks like they're saying it's 4th down.
Wow. Well, to my naked eye, where the ball is.
If I was Nixon, I'd certainly ask for a measurement here.
Yeah,
He's got that right.
Why not? And I think he's going to. He's going to do exactly that.
Yeah, you know, but a smart move by Brian Nixon again. He let a lot of clock run before asking for that measurement. I mean, that's a guy whose head's in the game.
He sure did. And now his guys will get a chance to take a little breather. 7:30 remains in this 4th quarter. Kevin Willey's on camera. Kyle Wiley's running the show, director, producer. And I'll tell you what, we're lucky enough to have Todd with us tonight.
Fans, make sure you check
keeping
out Twitter
Kyle in check.
And KHSD Athletics for
My
all
partner,
highlights and replays
Rich Cornford.
of tonight's game. That's Twitter.
And we certainly want to thank Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, the U.S. Army,
Highlights
PAV
and
Solar
replays
and
of
Communication,
tonight's game.
Premier Lighting, Tony's Pizza, and Raymond's Trophies. Thank you so much for our sponsors. You're going to see a lot of stuff rolled out here over the next few months, and couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much. Well, Rich?
They got the 1st down.
And it's 1st down, Patriots.
South over Cesar Chavez, 32-6. Rebels have been good for a while now, huh?
Yes, they are. Kerry does a great job with that squad. Got a good friend, Andy Coyle, that is coaching over there too. They've done a great job over there at South High. Here we go. Power eye set on 1st down.
They're going to keep it on the ground, grind this thing out. Nothing happening there.
Winston Jounty.
East High gets a win over Delano High School. The Blades 1-0.
2nd down and 9.
Boy, the challenge right now for Nixon is how conservative do you get? You want to keep getting 1st downs. What you've been doing is working. If Clovis West starts loading that box, do you take a shot? We'll see. He's been doing it for years, won a lot of games. What, 130-some games in his career? That's pretty darn good.
2nd and 9, 6:47. Patriots walk to the line of scrimmage.
All right, no tight ends, but power eye. And they're taking a shot.
Well,
pass intended for number
Seth
2.
Kraus
Seth
started his
Kraus
route,
is
stopped
overthrown.
for a second,
3rd
but the
down.
ball had already been let go. That thing was going long, and Kraus stopped and came back, and it was too late to try to get back and grab that thing. So not the best pass play right there, but you called it, Rich. You saw it coming. Power
coverage.
eye, no tight ends, isolation. They went for it.
You had a 9-man box there by Clovis West. They've certainly changed their strategy here. You had man coverage on the outside. Nixon called the shot. You know, it's one of the things, if it works, you're a hero. But it does stop the clock if it doesn't work.
5 up front for the Golden Eagles now.
No deep safeties for the Clovis West.
Jounty to the near side. Oh, big hits. All clean.
Winston Jounty knocked out of bounds.
Showed
by
some
number
serious
2,
speed there to
Jaden
get the edge. I was thinking he might get caught for a loss there. Turned the corner a little bit.
That'll make
And
it 4th
this
down.
is going to be 4th and really short.
So now we're at 4th and 1, 6:25.
4th down and less than a
Officials
yard.
have their own timeout now.
They're going to measure it. It is close again.
Again, next week, Kern High Network.com game 1 will be myself and who's my partner? Richard Van Horn will be with me at Ridgeview High School, where they will host these Patriots. And I'm hearing that Ridgeview's up a little bit on Stockdale right now, so could be an interesting football game. Game 2, Kyle, is
The injured Clovis West player is number 2.
where's it at?
Jaden Helms.
So my Arvin Bears will travel to Foothill High School. Foothill not benefiting from being able to go to God's country out in Arvin, Garden in the Sun. But that'll be game 2. Your play-by-play.
Round of applause
Who's your
for
color
number
guy?
2, Jaden Helms.
It's you and who?
As he is assisted off
To,
the
oh,
field.
TBA. Oh. Kyle Wiley hoping to get Chris Collinsworth in for that game, the Bears and the Trojans. I'll tell you what, those Arvin Bears last Friday night at that scrimmage, they weren't messing around. They had a tough league last year, didn't win a game in league, and I talked to Edgar, and I saw those guys getting after it, and they made a couple big plays in that scrimmage, and they were feisty, and they were loud, and they were excited, and they were getting on each other in a good way. So I think Arvin's looking to get off the snide and get back in. Coach Engel over at Foothill High School. So that's going to be a nice football game, Kyle. Hey, you've got a lot of storylines. The pressure's on. Better get them out.
Coached against Jan Engel when he was a player for Ned Permenter there, and he was a heck of an athlete over there. And, boy, the Arvin Bears, you don't play teams that are often more physical than them, whether it be Edgar Mares coaching them or Chuck Chamberlain, always very physical.
Well, look at this, 4th and 1. They didn't get it, so power I.
Power I, 2 receivers to the left here. Unbalanced set slightly. Wow.
Oh, goodness. And Dusty Schramm handed the Patriots their first down. He tried to time it.
That is just a loss of concentration, understanding that situation. Great job by the Liberty Patriots of using a hard count over there. Clovis West is in that. In order to stop the run, they've got to gamble. They got to load the box. They got to bring backers. He was trying to time it in this big situation and got caught.
Again, the flow, the pace control of Isaiah Hill, I think that it's going to play an important role in this Liberty offense as these seasons go along. As this season goes along.
Again, every defender within 5 yards of the ball.
Jounty to the 22-yard line. Nice little 5-yard run. So you're right. The Golden Eagles, from first quarter to now, completely different defensive look.
They have to. You can't let them continue to grind on you. They're going, hey, 3 yards is a win right now for Liberty because they don't mind going for it on 4th and 1. They've been picking those up.
And we just dipped below the 6-minute mark here now. 7-point lead for the Patriots, 28-21. Excellent football game tonight. Power I. Hill hands it to Jowney again. This time Jowney gets nothing. He's wrapped up in there by Schramm. Dusty, that is.
Dusty Schramm.
So that answers that question. Schramm went off the field last quarter when there was an unsportsmanlike conduct call. He walked off the field, but he's back on, so it was not an ejection.
Boy, as a coach, you're looking at that clock and you're just begging it to speed up here. You don't want to give the offense, that Clovis West offense, the ball because they can score in a hurry. They've shown that a couple times now.
Coach is doing his best to drain this thing out.
Yep, they got shotgun here, 3rd and 7. Option.
Hill cuts back up against the grain, gets maybe a yard or two, but now it's going to be 4th and 6 maybe.
Decision time. You have a better chance of, any points put this game away essentially. But do you go for the field goal here? It would be about a 38-yarder, 39-yarder. I think you got to probably throw the ball. I'd roll Hill out here. Let him use his legs with that run pass option.
Coach Nixon's got 2 timeouts. And he's taking his time on this one right here. They're talking it out, and they may just call the timeout.
I definitely think they'll do that. Clovis West has 3 timeouts, so there is plenty of time left in this game for them with their style of play.
Liberty calls the timeout.
Timeout on the field, charge to Liberty.
We'll stay here.
First of the second, it's second.
Once again, we want to thank the superintendent, Dr. Brian Schaefer, assistant superintendent of instruction, Dr. Brenda Lewis, the assistant superintendent of educational services and innovative programs, Dr. Dean McGee, and our main man, our captain of the ship, director of school support services, Stan Green. Rich, what's your boy doing?
Marcus is studying firefighting at Bakersfield College.
Excellent.
Yeah, so my father was a fireman over in Lompoc, California, and so he's really excited. So Marcus's plan is to get his degree in fire science and go to the fire academy and see what happens. He's hoping to do some wildland firefighting this next summer coming up.
Boy, he'll be great. He'll be great at it. The quintessential firefighter is what he'll be.
Yeah, those firefighters are a lot like a football team. you know, they stayed close together, and it was awesome being a firefighter's son growing up. And my dad would bring the fire truck to the games, and you know, all those guys were our buddies. Oh, they're going for the field goal here.
Oh, boy, here we go. So Paxton Winders, 37-yarder.
Paxton Winders on to try a 39-yarder.
The snap, the hold. Look at this, everybody. Look at this. It is
And
good.
a 39-yard
What a clutch
field goal
kick
for
there. You
Paxton
said his kicks had been going further.
Good.
Nixon saw it too and believed it.
Well, one of the PATs,
after
one of their touchdowns, it looked like he booted it about 35 yards. That was a 37-yarder. The official hadn't even got back yet to the field goal post. He was running to try to get back. And he got it, 31-21. It's now a 10-point lead for the Patriots, and that ball just barely got over the crossbar.
Well, Liberty cannot let up, though, here.
No.
I mean, they've got all 3 timeouts. They're an up-tempo team. They do the 2-minute drill every snap in practice. So, you know, again, field position on this kickoff is going to be critical.
4:22 remains. Game 1, week 1. Kern High School District's live streaming sports on KernHighNetwork.com. You can tweet at us at KHSD Athletics. We're on Facebook, Kern High Network, YouTube, Kern High Network. Kyle Wiley is absolutely knocked it out of the park.
All right, they've got 6 guys on this side of the kicker, so my guess he's going to pooch it to his right over here. We'll see if Clovis West has a return set up for that. Oh, they take another shot deep, and it works. Great call.
Out of the end zone.
Suckered him up, and his leg is alive right now.
Boy, he said he has.
For the Golden Eagles.
So where are we at there, Kyle? Halftime? Halftime over at North High School in Independence right now. Putting it on the Stars, 26-0.
Coach Lucero over there is starting to really move that program around. He's a good football coach. That's a nice school.
A final at Frontier 49, Cabrillo 16.
Titans take care of Cabrillo.
Bakersfield 16, Edison 0. That is in the fourth quarter.
Drillers in the fourth quarter up 16-0 over Edison. 31-21 is our score here with 4:22 remaining. Chachere flicks one out to the far side, and he gets out of bounds, so about a 5-yard gain, and they stop the clock.
Chachere's pass complete.
You watch Liberty's defense here. They're playing off here. They're going to make
23, Chad
Clovis
Hay.
West earn it. They're not going to give them anything deep.
Underneath the coverage, Chachere completes one out there to Nick Coleman. Coleman picks up the first down, gets out of bounds, stops the
Nick
clock.
Coleman on the reception.
6-second play, so it's 4:10 now.
Yep, Clovis West is willing to do that all the way down the field, I think.
First down, Golden Eagles.
We'll see if the math adds up with the clock. Low snap, Chachere handles it, fires this one, and it is almost bobbled and
Chachere's pass
picked off.
For number 10, Hayden Leach is nearly
That's the kind of break that this Liberty
broken up.
defense is looking for. They make you earn it. You make a little mistake, you bobble it here, they take advantage of it.
Coach, have we had a turnover tonight on either team? I can't remember.
We've had some balls on the ground, but I don't think it's been turned over.
Chachere wants to go long, but instead he just comes right underneath the coverage again. 9-yard gain, completes it out there to Chad Day.
Clock will continue to run here, but again, there are no huddles, so they're going to get this ball snapped within probably the next 6 seconds.
Sam Stewart to stop.
Right, sent in motion. Chachere fires one down the sideline. This is caught. And a move at the end of the play. Really nice play down there by Tyke Woods.
To number 3, Tyke Woods.
Again, Clovis West hustles to the line of scrimmage. They're going to be ready to snap the ball as soon as the chains are moved. Good discipline by them offensively.
And now we know Chachere can run the ball, Coach.
With 3 timeouts, he can still do that.
Fires. It's caught below everything, and that's Gabe Solorio. Just kind of went, slid down, and caught one, and that is, I believe, another first down.
They marked it short there, which means clock continues to run. I thought he'd had it too.
Oh, boy. 2nd and 1.
2nd yard.
Empty set here, 3 receivers to the top of the field.
High snap. Cheshire gets it at 6'3", completes out to the far side. That's a first down. So Chad Day hauls it in. This is an impressive drive.
It is. Sachere's doing a good job of fielding these snaps. I think the Liberty nose guard is giving the center a little bit of fits, but he's catching the ball and keeping it in play. We got quad receivers to the left.
Oh, you said it, Coach. But Cheshire picks it up, lobs one out to the end zone, and it is broken up. So
that really should have been intercepted. We had 2 guys there. The ball floated a little higher than them. That was a big chance for Liberty. I think hopefully it doesn't come back to regret that one, because that would have been game over.
Well, the prescient comments by Coach Cornford about these snaps getting crazy, and sure enough, over his head, he just picked it up and heaved it to the end zone, and the receiver ended up being a defender and broke it up. 2nd and 10. Cheshire stands at the 25. Fires one out, and it is caught.
Catch is made out in the
clock is running.
Arias makes the catch, but as Coach mentioned,
Stewart,
3rd and 5.
with the tackle.
2:22 and counting.
Quad receivers again. Sometimes that center's hand can get sweaty too and do crazy things.
Drops back, Cheshire does, and it is caught for a touchdown. What?
No.
Oh, man.
Back judge said incomplete. Another chance, I thought, for an interception after a batted ball.
Then I thought he made the catch.
Incomplete.
4th down right here. You got 3 timeouts. You want to make sure you get this thing right. But, you know, if you end up onside kicking, you might need them again. Looks like they're going to go for the field goal here, which is smart. It's a 2-score game.
So they have a ton of confidence in Eli Riofrio. He's already made a field goal. Strong leg, left leg. And this will be a 34-yarder. There's the snap. Here's the kick, and this is an important one. It's up, and it's through. So the Golden Eagle fans still have a chance here. They're still in this thing. 2 minutes, 3 seconds left. 31-24 the score. Liberty leads by 7.
All 3 timeouts left for Clovis West. That means you can get them 3 and out, and you're going to get the ball back with about 1:40 to go. Now, getting them 3 and out is easier said than done, though.
Right.
But I think Liberty's going to have to take a chance. I don't think they can, with Clovis West putting 9 in the box, I don't think Liberty can grind even that.
I want to thank everybody for being on board with us. Our first game of the season. We've got volleyball coming up, wrestling coming up, all-star games coming up. We're going to keep dipping our toe in fine arts. Of course, basketball coming up. It's going to be big winter, big fall, springtime. We may go after an ambitious effort of baseball and softball. Maybe some swimming. So stay tuned to thekernhighnetwork.com. Track and field would be great to do, absolutely.
Clovis West here has the decision. Do they onside kick right now? If you do that, you give Liberty the ball, at about the 50-yard line. You kick it deep and trust your defense. Their defense held Liberty to a field goal that last possession, but I don't remember Liberty really having to punt.
Liberty hasn't punted.
Yeah, so you got Liberty's going to play for the onside kick, which they should. You want your return guy right here. Don't do anything crazy with the football, all right? You want to field the football if they kick it deep.
For Liberty,
Sam Stewart right in the middle of the football field.
Yep, they can. My guess is that they're going to kick it deep here. See how the kicker lines up. If he angles a little bit more to his right than normal, he's a left-footed kicker. So my guess here is that he's kicking deep.
Isaiah Hill, the quarterback, is deep.
They're offsides for the second time. Well, that tells you who they trust on their team, doesn't it? Critical situation, you put your quarterback back as a kick returner. My guess is he'd field it, get some yards, and then get down.
Yep.
Penalty against Clovis West.
Got a big cushion there between, well, and now you know they're going to boot
To
it.
the 35-yard line.
So the quarterback, Hill, stands at the 25. As talented of a young man as you'll see in this area. Quarterback of a powerhouse football team, point guard, and arguably the best basketball player in the city.
Very high basketball IQ, I think very high football IQ, which is why he's playing quarterback here at Liberty. All right. Judging by his angle, it might be coming this direction.
Oh, it's a high one, and it's taken, and it's handled by Hunter Riley. Boy, that was a nice bounce for Golden West. It was up there for a second. A lot of speed on it, though.
Yeah, and you can see, again, he angled over here so that I thought it might be a pooch here, and he ended up onside kicking it over here. So Liberty is probably a first down away here, depending on what down they get that first on.
No time went off the clock.
Yeah, it should have been maybe a second or two. And we are at Liberty here. Got to talk to that timekeeper.
Hey, Hill going to talk to Stewart.
All right, playing cover 0 on defense.
Low snap. Weird looking play. And Hill hops over the lineman. Gets 1 or 2 yards. And clock stopped, of course, by Golden West now.
Now, my prediction was that they'd get it back at about 1:40 left if they could get him in a 3 and out. We'll see if that's true. We'll see if Liberty can get that first down, though. If they can do that, their chances are a whole lot better.
Timeout on the field, charge to Clovis West. It's first.
You know, it's so important the first game of the year not having to waste those timeouts. Clovis West has done a good job of keeping them in their pocket for this situation.
Well, they burned all 3 in the first half, in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Now they're, now they have a reservoir of them, but it's all about the clock now.
Again, as much as football has changed into a passing game, this is why you need to be able to run the football for these type of situations to put games away.
Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
1:57 specifically left in the fourth quarter, 31-24. The Patriots left a lot of points in a basket at the end of that first half. Couldn't put them on the board.
We got a heavy unbalanced set to the left here. They're basically telling where they're going to run the ball.
And Stewart takes it that way.
Don't go out of bounds.
Oh, huge hit, and they knock him out of bounds.
Driven out of bounds.
That's a big mental mistake right there.
Sure is.
Not only did you lose yards, but you stopped the clock, let them keep one of those timeouts.
Third down.
A perplexing decision that has the coaching staff a bit flummoxed. And Stewart still looks like he's having a little bit of trouble. I think cramping up earlier in the second quarter. And he still looks a little bit tender over there. 3rd and 10, Coach, 10.
All right, you got everybody up. You could take a shot here. They've got timeouts left anyway. Hard count.
Hill.
Hill's pass
Don't know if
intended
it's
for
incomplete. Don't know if he got
number 7,
deflected or he just didn't have a good grip on it
is
because the
off
ball
the
flailed a
hands.
little bit. And now you're looking at a
Fourth
4th
down.
and 10. And the Patriots are going to have to punt the football at 1:45, Coach.
First time they've done this all year. So
Back in punt formation for the
we'll see what
Patriots,
kind of
number
punter they've
24,
got
Hunter
here.
Riley.
Wow.
You got a dangerous returner back deep here.
Helms, a returner for Clovis West.
Jaden Helms, the senior.
They might have got him with too many men on the field.
Oh,
Wow.
the ball gets blocked. The ball gets blocked. But it takes
Let it roll. Let the clock run.
Incredible Liberty bounce.
Let the ref pick it up here. Let the clock run until that thing. All right, I think they might have. They didn't call him for too many men on the field. They were trying to get off. They could have.
What a break for the Patriots, Coach. That ball was deflected on the punt.
Yeah, rugby style punt. So he was running to his left over there, and boy.
And ball bounces another 25 yards. What a break for.
And burned an extra 8 or 9 seconds.
Yep. So now it's 1.5 minutes left, 1:32 to be exact, for Dante Chachere, who's been enlisted to take the place of their superstar quarterback for 4 games, and he's done a pretty good job tonight.
Yeah, and I do think they've got a lot of time with their style of offense and 2 timeouts.
Chachere wants to go big right off the back. Drops one, and it is caught.
Wow.
A 50-yard bomb.
Chachere's pass caught by
Ricardo Arias. You know, they had Hayden Leach on this side, too. It got behind the coverage. So they've got some fast guys, and here they go.
The hurry-up offense, the chain gang having to catch up, and the coaching staff telling the chain gang, let's go. What a strike by Chachere. Takes the snap again. No pressure by Liberty front 4. Wright wants to get out of bounds, and he does. Rodney Wright gets to about the 39-yard line, so it looks also as Chachere has a lot of time back there.
He does. There's 0 pressure on him as Liberty tries to rotate some defensive linemen in and out. Empty set again, but with Liberty only rushing 3 guys, you don't need a back in there to help protect.
Chachere's got receivers looking at him, wanting to know what's going on.
Might be
what's
some
the play.
confusion.
It sure does. Looks like some confusion. Says you're not in the right spot. Will they burn one? I don't think so. Takes the snap. Looks left the entire time. Throws, and it is incomplete. Incomplete right down below us. 1:11 left. 1:11 left in the fourth quarter. Now it's 3rd and 4. So you have to consider getting the first down also.
Yeah, the first down is the most important thing right now. You don't want to have a 4th down. I wouldn't be surprised if Chachere doesn't take this one and run.
3rd and 4. Chachere. Looks like he's throwing the whole time. Finds his person, and he's wide open. Gabe Solorio wide open.
Gabe Solorio for a Golden Eagle first down.
1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Look at that, Coach. Everybody out to the far right side. Chachere drops back, flings one, has a man open, dropped.
I think we've got a holding call here. Liberty right defensive end really put a good move on and got drugged down by the left tackle. That's a game changer potentially. Take some of the momentum away.
Connor Matzke, they're defensively holding.
Coach saw it and called it perfectly. Holding. Ball was almost picked off in the end zone. Haven't seen a turnover the whole game. 55 seconds remain in the fourth quarter.
I like this kid that they've got in at right defensive end right now. He's lining up really wide and coming off the edge hard. You can see in his stance over here. He's the one guy that showed the ability to get a little pressure.
Pass over here to the near side, Rodney Wright catches it.
Falls forward.
And clock continues to tick. 38 seconds.
Great pursuit again there by Liberty. These guys are in excellent shape. They're showing a 4-man rush for the first time of the night.
Chachere throws, and it is caught at the 17-yard line.
He's just short, so the clock's still running.
They've got their timeouts, and I think they're going to call one, and they do. They call a timeout right now. 31-24, 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and it will be
timeout on the field, charge to Clovis West. Second, 1 remaining.
By Dr. Krause and Bakersfield Smile
Woo.
I don't think you can ever find a picture.
Well, Coach,
of
let's go over both sidelines. Right now, what is Coach Nixon telling his coaching staff?
Well, he's telling the players that they've got to tighten up the coverage now. You know, you don't have as much field to work with down here, so it really helps them in that respect, but they have got to find a way to generate some kind of pass rush. They just went with a 4-man rush that last time for the first time in the game. Be interesting to see if they do that again or if they continue to play coverage. Chachere is, I think he's, settled in and he's throwing strikes right now. You got to take him out of his comfort zone, but man, he's so dangerous. We've seen running the football. Boy, it's anybody's game right now.
What's Coach George Petressen's telling his guys?
He's telling them just be patient. We got plenty of time. Take what they give you.
3rd and 4. 21 seconds to go here in this fourth quarter. Chachere down to the back corner of the end zone. Throws it. Is it caught? Touchdown, Clovis West.
Excellent touch on that fade route over there. Oh, they got it. This flag could be interesting here. If they call him for celebration, that's going to back the extra point up, make it, a little bit more difficult.
Coach Patricians can't believe it. Are you kidding me? We do all this to get down here to get a flag called.
There's a Liberty player.
And we have a Liberty player down.
Sideline.
Can you believe this? 31-30 right now.
Pending the extra point. And see if this thing gets marked off.
So we have a Liberty player down in the far corner of the end zone. I mean, what a pass by Chachere. You said right before the snap, just take what they give you, and
there is a penalty marker.
I don't know if that was really
9-yard line.
anything they gave him. He kind of forced the issue and put that ball in the back corner on a 3rd and 4. But boy, what a great catch.
Yeah, they haven't thrown the ball down the field much, but they certainly, when they have, they've been effective at it.
Touchdown catch by Arias. And Coach Nixon now, I wouldn't say he's in disbelief. He's seen it all. He's been through it all, but it seemed as though they had a kind of a good grasp on this thing.
Clovis West touchdown.
When they were up 10 with like 4 minutes to go.
Excessive celebration
Oh, boy.
Against Clovis West.
So now all of a sudden, Coach, you're looking at a 36-yarder to tie the football game.
Yeah, certainly not a chip shot anymore here. I don't know if Liberty has 11 guys on the field on defense.
This is huge. Here we go. 36-yarder. It's up.
I think he shanked it.
It's wide left. Wide right. Sorry, wide right. So the excessive celebration penalty. Player took his helmet off. And they had to move the ball back. And what would have normally been a chip shot ends up being a 36-yarder to potentially go to overtime. And boy, that'll be a tough lesson learned for that bus ride home, eh?
Boy, it's not over yet. They've got another chance for an onside kick. They've got a quarterback with a strong arm and some serious speed, but boy, I've seen that happen before. We had a game where we scored on a 99-yard touchdown when Dennis Manning was the coach at West High and I was assistant. We were down 12-6 to East High and Rick Van Horn, and we scored with 14 seconds left. We went 99 yards in one play, and we celebrated, and our kicker was hurt, and we had to have a lineman try to kick the extra point and ended up tied, 12-12. So I've been on that end before. It's tough. I mean, they're kids. They're excited. It's been a heck of a ball game. You hate to see it decided by a flag like that.
Well, you're right. The game's not over yet. Onside kick for sure. And when this score gets read across the city and the valley, if they were to read it right now, you get a lot of oohs and ahs.
Well, these are both excellent football teams, and we've seen Liberty's schedule from here on out. It doesn't get any easier.
Oof.
Nixon is playing the who's who of the state of California. All right. You have a left-footed kicker. Again, watch the angle that he lines up on. They've got 6 guys lined up to this side, so tells you it's most likely coming to the kicker's left.
For the kickoff, Isaiah Hill, the deep man for Liberty.
Here we go. Will he get funny? And it
Good
is
kick.
taken down, and it is caught and handled. Nice job. Look at that, Kobe Alvarez, and a flag.
With the recovery.
That is a clutch play by a kid with ice water in his veins there. You got those guys bearing down on you and a ball taking funny bounces, and he went after it aggressively.
Kobe Alvarez. Get a senior out of that. And here's a personal foul.
Personal foul assessed to Clovis West.
For Clovis West, and boy, they probably just have a lump in their throat over there on that other side of the football field. Maybe thinking they were going to get an OT, and
yeah,
it just didn't happen.
They did everything right on that drive, with their clock management and having timeouts to burn. But just a small lack of discipline there.
Coach, thanks for all your help. Good luck the rest of the season. Thank you, buddy. And with 14 seconds remaining, Liberty is able to take that coveted position. And that is going to do it. We will take a commercial break, and when we come back, Coach Cornford and I will wrap it up. What a game one for the 2017 season on KernHighNetwork.com. 31-30, the Patriots hang on to win. We'll be back right after this with our closing remarks and postgame show. And we have to announce the Tony's Pizza Player of the Game right after this.
Clovis West. We wish Clovis West and head coach George.
Welcome back, everybody. What a game. 31-30. Liberty hangs on for the scant 1-point win. Coach Nixon meeting with his players down in the right at the 50-yard line, right on top of their logo. And I'm sure, Coach, by the way, Rich Cornford, thank you so much. Great job, buddy. Looking forward to calling some more games with you. Have a great trip to Baylor. They have a lot to talk about. With 30, they got the win, which is great. That's going to be the first thing to talk about. We got the win, but certainly he's going to have some things to talk about with his team. They were up 10, with 4 minutes to go, and things happen in football, don't they?
They do, and he's playing against an awful good football team with multiple weapons, and with that up tempo, it grinds on you too. And when they start picking up first downs and your defensive line gets a little bit tired and fatigued, which I think happened. That quarterback got comfortable in there, and boy, he almost let him back.
Here is the time that we choose our Tony's Pizza Player of the Game. Tony's Pizza, one of our great sponsors, along with all the other great sponsors. But Tony's plays an important role because we go down and we give a pizza box with a gift certificate in it, and we give it to the players. Tonight we're going to give it to Kyle. He'll get it to him. But we do it a little bit differently. Kevin Willie, who's been covering football games with me since, since Frank Gifford was running.
Far too long.
He has been covering. He's been on the camera for a long, long time. He's seen a lot. So he gets 33%. I get 33%. But you're the expert, so you get that 1 extra percent, Coach. Kevin.
Well, you know me. I've been wavering back and forth all day.
Oh gosh.
But no, this team played really well together as a team, and I mean everybody did their job and worked hard. You got to give it to Hill. Like you guys were saying all night, the pacing of the game, he just paced it for Liberty really well. But I think Stewart really worked hard, and he made a lot of good plays. Worked tirelessly, and he didn't look like he was at a full capacity. He looked like he was having trouble with the cramps. I guess you guys were saying that.
So your slice of the pie will be Sam Stewart.
I'm
Jr.?
going with Stewart. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that our first Tony's Pizza Player of the Game of 2017 is going to be a slam dunk. I think not just the 3 touchdowns, that helps when you're trying to select a player of the game, but when Isaiah has him as an option, literally an option, and just in general as an option, boy, it just makes the offense just so much more dangerous. And then when it does get down to carrying that rock and pounding and bruising those defensive players, you got these 2 linebackers that are Division I linebackers. They got all the Sam Stewart they're ever going to want. So 2/3 of it, I don't think you could beat it if you wanted to, but let's hear anyway who your player of the game is.
Well, high school running backs are worth their weight in gold, and Liberty's got a great one over there in Sam Stewart. Hill was great, but I'm going to go with Stewart also. Those first 2 touchdowns were good, hard, physical runs that really set the tone.
You're right, man. Appreciate everything. Well, it's been a fun night. Todd, thank you for everything you did tonight. We appreciate that. Kyle Wiley, our director, producer, thank you, buddy. Next week you will be at Foothill for the Arvin Foothill game. I will be with Rick Van Horn at Ridgeview and Liberty. You're going to be in Waco, Texas at Baylor University. Thanks. What did you think of your first gig tonight?
Loved it. Enjoyed it, Vance. Nice to be on this side of the microphone with you.
Rich, absolute natural. Looking forward to it. For Kevin Willie, everybody here, Stan Green, the Kern High School District, I'm Vance Palm. Hope you enjoyed week 1 of the 2017 football season on KernHighNetwork.com. Catch us on Twitter. Catch us on Facebook. Catch us on YouTube. Have a great weekend. Good night. God bless. Awesome, buddy. Absolute natural.